Brandon, before I forget, when it's like right about 7, I've got to get out of here because I got to get the kids from.
Yeah, that sounds really good, dude.
I mean, it's not, but you know, it's being a father. That's what you do.
Stop that.
I mean, wow, that was fucked up.
Just kidding, dude.
Rollo's been the only constant in my life that I can even remember. So like,
Rollo's amazing, bro.
he just beats everybody else. That's why everyone else is a human, and then I have Rollo. And people are like, you're biased because he's your kid. I'm like, no, it's because he doesn't try to hurt me. It's because he tries to help me. It's because he cares about me. And I'm like, there's no way to explain it.
Because he accepts you for who you are.
Yeah, he's always like...
If you have to invent humans, if you have to make a human for someone to accept you for who you are, I'm going to be honest, change who you are.
Well, that's not...
That's the fuck how
you're not wrong.
I do agree with that.
You are not wrong.
But you're not even a little wrong.
That's not why I did it.
You have to make people to have people that like who you are. You're doing it wrong. Fucking change who you are.
So fucked up. You could just run an orphanage, man.
What'd you guys do all week?
Work.
Cleaned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Cleaned? Really, literally? Just cleaned?
I mean, yeah, I got to sell my house, so.
Yeah, that is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Me and the guys got a fund together so that you don't have to wait for that sale. And we rounded up a little bit of money to buy your house. I hope you accept stripper bucks. That's all our gun shoots. No, I'm just kidding. This was sitting over here from a previous episode.
Nice.
We think we broke it. I think Rolls Royce actually took it to a strip club. Wait, excuse me. I was stuttering a little bit from the weed. And this is why. Anyway, you guys go ahead.
It's like from the weed.
You got a man I got to see about a weed.
Yeah.
I didn't smoke all day today. This is, I have my stuff that I use for anxiety, medical, all legal, of course. And I use that all the time. But I don't like to smoke weed and drive around. So I could smoke it right now instead.
That's right. Nowhere to go, right?
Big Chief.
What are you talking about? We're already the coolest place in the lake.
That's right.
Fuck, you go out there, you get shot.
Yeah.
You guys seeing the news?
Yeah.
You watching that?
Who the fuck got shot? Around here.
The
4 fucking people. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't watch the news, but yeah.
I don't know about that.
The shit do you mean, dude? Like, first of all, some guy that was like a rapper gets shot up at Shady Gators.
Yup.
Jesus.
Right, is what I hear.
Sure.
Up and coming rapper and put out his own album. So that dude gets shot in a beef. And then there were 2 brothers that were into it at Jiffy Stop. Somebody fired around. I don't know how that went. Then there was something on par with like a drive-by. Like a house got shot up. What the fuck? And so now I just feel like we should all find clever ways to be armed at all times. So anyways, Raul, you got a new gun, bro. What did you get, man? Speaking of being armed, you showed me a picture of Ricardo Coffee. What was it you got?
So ridiculous. Where'd you get the mug?
What mug?
God, dude.
He's talking about people getting shot and he's holding a gun mug.
Pure one.
Yeah, he's
A muggun?
a muggin.
This?
A muggin. That's a muggin.
So you guys can tell I have my concealed on me then?
I mean, I'm not going to frisk you, but...
Where would I hide a gun, guys? Where would I hide a gun?
Behind your badge.
I mean, that is an okay place.
Inside your hat?
To be clear, though, if I got stopped by a police officer right now, I would want to know how I got this dining room table started. That is excellent
speaking
weed.
of hats,
yeah.
you're supposed to give me a hat.
Hey, go see if Michael's here and then wander into my bedroom because there's hats everywhere. But go into my closet.
Are there like 1,000 hats?
Just go into my closet in the back, up top.
Yeah.
Don't sniff anything.
Hello? Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to see that M4. It is beautiful.
All right, so tell me about it. Why an M4, my man?
Why not?
Well, fuck yeah, why not? I mean, do you want bulletproof windows or not? I get it. But why the M4 specifically then?
I don't know. Honestly, I think it's just because it is so easy to work on, so easy to take care of. I don't have to go out of my way to like do craziness. Finding replacement parts is not the hardest thing in the world, but it's also chambered for 2 kinds of ammo, 223 and 5.56. So
yeah, it feels good. You got to swap the barrels out for that?
No, I made sure it came that way.
You just point that at somebody and tell them to swap the barrel out for you.
That is fucking messed
That's
up.
why you got an M4. I asked you why. I already knew the reason. You're like, swap the barrels.
Swap the barrels.
What are we doing here? And check the oil on my car. Leave me spots on the window.
Hold up my mug. Oh, where did you get? Is that Amazon? You Amazon a gun mug?
No, so it's funny because I haven't been to a mall in years because why would I go?
Fair.
And I had to go up to Springfield to do some physical therapy. And it was my cousin's birthday, and we mob up there. And so he wants to go walk around Springfield Mall. It's like, yeah, why not? You know, it's like a famous mall for around here.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So we're walking around. It's like, oh my God, Spencer's Gifts. This is still happening. Like, didn't 13-year-old boys all turn 15 and there's no customers anymore? Like, okay. So anyways, we go into a Spencer's Gifts, which for the record now is 1/3 dildos, including at the front counter. In case you got that impulse buy dildo, you're like, I'm glad I'm already in line. Got everything I needed, but a butt plug. What was I thinking? Thank goodness that was a different. I don't know. No, they front counter it. They eye contact cashier
That's
it.
weird. You're like, can I get this Dongzilla? And
It's bagged
that
out for him.
would bother me. I don't know that. I'm like, you want
Dildos
that
at the
double
front counter?
bagged? Yeah.
Not kidding you. I think they vibrate. Anyways,
It's fucking
so
weird.
so the first one I saw though, yeah. Here's the crew.
I brought cocktails.
I bet you did. Happy Dolce Friday, sir.
Happy Dolce Friday.
Were you here? I am.
Yep, he's right there.
Oh, cool.
You're next to me.
I'll move.
My man.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Michael, back in the house for another Dolce Friday. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man.
Oh, sorry.
What's like this? Who? Ah, okay. Oh, God, how can I not have
We're gonna
one?
smoke it. 'Cause why not?
That's funny. I say that to everything.
Everything.
That's life, man. Gotta smoke it.
That's right.
Well, I hope you don't mind if I join you then.
Always stay chiefing.
Yeah, check that out. It's so
That is
badass.
cool as fuck.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Put a little smoke in that guy. I'll just flip him
If this doesn't set off my smoke alarm, I'm getting my money back.
out. Right.
Oh no, so Rollo asked me where I got the mug.
Yeah.
So from Smith & Wesson Home Defense. It's called the Haida mug. No, it's playing. So we're in Spencer's Gifts and just tripping out that it still exists after all these years, and we're looking at all the craziness they sell. And the first one I saw was a pink mug, and it had brass knuckles on it, and what was obviously like a feminine fashion font just said like, "Get it done, bitch," in gold on pink. And I was like, I'm gonna buy that brass knuckle mug. I'm gonna drink that, right? I don't care if it's pink. Like
That's fair.
that's my shit. Get it done, right?
Get it done.
And then I look over and I see this one, and I was like, okay, that's a fun gag for the show. And then I picked it up and I was like,
Oh my God. You've been hiding that this whole
yes.
fucking time.
I'm gonna switch you.
yeah, the guy couldn't wrap it
Thanks,
for
brother.
me fast
You
enough.
got it, man. You're like, just put it in my hand. I don't need it wrapped.
Just and one of those dildos by the front counter.
Fucking, oh my God.
Just one.
Just one.
That's so weird. They just have that
Because it
shit
was a
there?
double, right?
Can-
It was a double.
Can't kids go in there?
Yeah.
Kids
Anybody's
just
going in.
Actually,
walk in? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty sure.
that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Pretty sure. All right, full house.
Yeah.
Happy Dolce Friday, boys.
Cheers.
Just put them in there for a clink.
Thank you.
So, Michael, exciting news for us. We got some theme music. So,
Hells yeah.
dude, that was a pretty cool experience. I jumped on
good.
Fiverr and I hired people from 2 different countries
Smoother than the fucking.
and from the coastline I'm not
Hell
from.
yeah, it is.
So somebody out of New York did one of them for us. And then out of 3, we turned it into 6 with 1 revision each. So we had like a high and a low version, if you will. You know, kind of a dreamy and kind of a crunchy punk version of both. And out of 6 songs, like I'll play them for you guys, we're going to vote. It goes on the first show. And then they're going to make the music for Dolce Friday. So
Nice.
That's cool as hell.
pretty cool. It's been a fun process, you know, like working with musicians.
Yeah.
Is this one of those episodes where we can't say like bullshit? Like he was telling us
bullshit?
about, like you get demonetized and shit. He was discussing.
Okay,
2
to
weeks
be
ago.
clear, the last episode before you were here last time, you were here. We had a kid that lives in a fucking content creator's house come for the Cardo Coffee pre-party to tell us all what we couldn't say on the episodes because we don't want to offend anybody. We want to know what the buzzwords are, the keywords. We want to stay away from like hot button issues if we can because we're just trying to hang out and have fun.
Yeah.
And then he literally repeats every one of them he said not to on purpose on camera.
You're like, now we can't do the shots.
He was the only one talking about it while he was holding your hand the whole time.
It was so awkward.
Interesting.
It was.
Grown
he
man.
was like this close, and he like grabbed my hand, and I'm a nice like passive person. I was like, "Hi, it's funny." Like, and then like 2 minutes passed. I was like, "Yeah,
This is still
it's getting really hot in here. Like, yeah, it's getting real awkward, man.
Love
Not hot in a good way."
Yeah, he held your hand for like 10 minutes, huh?
It was 11. 11 minutes. I fucking counted. It was that weird.
Scratches in the
Yeah.
wall.
my God. I etched that on my arm.
It was just that weird. I don't know. Like it was weird.
Michael, how was your week, man? How is the bar business going?
Yeah, it's good.
That's fuck.
Yeah?
You know, every day's another day.
That's cool.
Slowly plogging along.
It is fucking hot out there.
Dude. 101
101 today.
with humidity.
Really?
101. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So yesterday, when we were filming in here, we did one of the magic shows, and I asked everybody, I was like, "My guys, is it fucking 80 in here to you?" And everyone was like, I mean, a little hot. And like my temperature set at 68 and my house is 74. So that means my brand new 3-year-old air conditioner, brand new, can't push it down to 69 degrees. So it had to be 100 out there last night.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
When your house can't cool itself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude, we live in the butthole of the country, boys. We do, seriously. Lake of the Ozarks, come to party, careers die here.
Yep.
This is where people go to die.
This is where careers come to die. No, I mean, we're going to make something new out of it. And I do love it here, but the weather, get fucked.
Bad, I know.
There's 4 months out of the year, I don't see the sky. I don't leave the house, man. I Amazon everything. I have them
Yep.
send me ice. Fucking stay home.
Yeah, it's real.
I feel like a house smoked whiskey and a gun mug full of pressed coffee is a good day.
That's not too shabby.
It's, yeah. Definitely a cut above.
Mm-hmm. Trying out these new Big Chief vape pens with a wood tip. Gangster, man. I remember when Black and Milds came out with wood tips, or at least when we discovered them at 16 or something, smoking in high school. So this is like old school throwback right here, you know.
That's fair.
What do you smoke on these days, Rollo? What kind of stuff?
I forgot what it was called. It was called Push Pop.
Damn, that's good stuff.
So good, I lost my memory.
Marrow.
Marrow what?
We've been coming up with funny strain names. You have to wait till Fuego comes back, but that motherfucker has some funny ass names.
He's a funny guy.
He invents a product yesterday. This is great. So driving down the road, and he goes, "Yeah, so you skated all those years, man, and I was just thinking, like, what if we took grip tape and cut it out in like vintage 40s tattoo shapes, like diamonds and shit, and then we sold like these little gold grip tapes in a pack, and you put them on your water pipe so you don't drop it." And I was like, "What? Wait, what? Have you bought these before? What is this called?" He's like, "Nah, I think I just invented it." And I'm like on my laptop furiously, like, "What the fuck? Bong grip tape doesn't exist that I can find." This dude's just high going down the road and just invents this product and then moves on with, "Hey, check it out, a deer." Hey, what do you do when camera number 3's ringing?
Is that what that
I
is?
was like,
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
I kept hearing it too, and I was like, man, I don't
It's
know.
not me.
No, it's camera number 3.
Camera number 3.
You think it's in the audio? Would imagine so.
Yes.
All right. How do you guys like this overhead setup?
I like it.
Does that work okay?
Yeah.
Tune your way. We got to keep it a little closer to you, I'm thinking, because the rule's supposed to be 6 inches. Maybe we turn it?
Yeah, that's like 36 inches. Not really, but yeah,
Is that how you get away telling me you got a 9-inch dick?
I'm like, damn.
No,
You're so big.
Aren't you a contractor?
No,
That was the worst.
At least
That was
No.
the worst bit of guesstimating ever.
it's called a
That's why my
hyperbole.
deck is half a hexagon. He's got the
Pretty sure
only...
people would
I'm
be
like
mad if
I'm
they're
like 6 inches. Okay.
like
it's at least 14 feet. I don't know. Give or take a half an inch.
I might do that at work now. That's fucking good. That is good.
We got about, 6.5 feet.
Now that I think about it, Rollo built my deck. That's probably why it's rhombus shaped. It's the only 5-sided rectangle in the neighborhood, you dick.
It's unique.
He can't talk right
So
now.
good. A 5-sided rectangle, like you can't. Ah, man.
Will you spin that? So let me see. Yeah, there you go. I don't want to put it in your way,
Yeah,
but
damn.
I think point him at people a little more.
You guys gotta be a little less funny because now it's really hot in here.
Is it?
Now it is.
You want me to check my air conditioner again?
I mean,
Is it actually gonna do anything?
did you move from the butthole of the country?
Yeah, I'm like, have
Like-
you been outside?
Yeah.
Like he just said, it's 101.
This might be the best
there
we
is
can
a
do.
reason.
It was
Oh
awful.
no, it feels like an ice box in here right now compared
Really?
to like what it is outside.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, then we're just going to have to whiskey through it,
Yeah.
boys.
Yes, sir.
That's why I brought the whiskey.
Mm. You're going to forgive me if I just absolutely peck at this.
That's fine.
Mm.
Man, last week was too much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I told you about it. It's like, don't take supplements for the gym of any kind, and I only take over-the-counter stuff. But that stuff you can't mix with this stuff. Not in any kind of quantity. And I forgot that. But I'm just not much of a drinker. And then, drink a little on this show. And then the next thing I know, I wake up at 5 a.m. and people just tell me like a whole night, nothing bad happened. Well, except I guess I threw up and I don't remember it. Nothing bad happens. And it's just like,
That's fair.
you just wake up and go, what?
Yeah.
What was last night?
I smoke a lot of weed and I don't even get that. So I felt like that was a little uncalled for. So I'm going to peck at this one, man. This is my bird bath.
Are you still on your creatine cycle?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just finished my load cycle.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I've been on creatine in a long time, like years. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm so excited. I'm gonna smoke some.
Smoke some creatine.
Smoke some creatine.
I mean, let's give it a shot. What
yeah.
could be the answer, bro?
Yeah. What smells like bloody sinuses?
Could
Yeah.
be the answer. Dude's ripped. Yeah, he smokes it. Dude.
He's right.
Dude, you jacked. What do you take?
Dude, I smoked the creatine, bro.
Oh god, that is funny.
What are you getting for protein? I eat a lot of faces. You're all fucking.
Damn.
Can you imagine if we filmed a video being like serious and we're like, yeah, guys, so the best way to get jacked is going to be 2 scoops creatine. All right, and what we're going to right, but we film a video
Dude,
being
just
serious,
rip it.
like Tide Pods, and it looks like we're smoking
like
fucking
Tide Pods,
creatine. Right?
It's like how they told people they were like, if you need to dry out your phone because you dropped it in the water, just microwave it 30 seconds, and then people are like, this is a good idea, and I'm like,
Why did my phone explode?
yeah,
Idiot.
No,
that's 100%
Why did I
on
take
them.
shrapnel to the face?
Yeah.
that workout kid put 8 scoops of pre-workout in his mouth dry and swallowed it.
Oh.
And never shut the camera off, and his mom came and found him unresponsive. And that was
Yeah.
like a Tide Pod thing he had seen on fucking TikTok or whatever, where somebody faked it with Lickamade. And so this guy had read somewhere like, if you just take like 8 scoops, without the water, it's different somehow. And he
It's more
almost died.
concentrated. Oh,
He almost
yeah.
died.
That's insanity.
I still think he's an idiot. It says
no,
on
you're
all of
stupid.
them, it
You're
says
stupid.
take 1 scoop.
Yes.
And
fucking
don't
says
dilute it. It's really
And
it's
that's
like
why
bullshit.
you only take 3. This guy 8?
Yeah.
Why you smoke it?
That's why.
And that's why you smoke. Dude, if we put that video out, you know how many fucking idiots would actually go smoke creatine?
Creatine.
I know, dude.
That's just called thinning the herd, man. Darwin is not a
yes.
dumb man,
True.
We might fuck up and invent the next lean.
There you
Like
go.
all the rappers are smoking teen. We're gonna hear them all
It
talk.
sounds cool.
Purple drink,
I'm killing
lean,
16 today, bro.
smoking my teen, dog.
Oh man.
That's awful. But this wood tip ain't. So it's the very first month of summer, in my opinion. I don't count May. I feel like it's June, starts summer. And we've had 4 shootings at the lake. So we were talking about that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. 4 shootings, first month of summer. So
I did hear just about one last weekend. Yeah.
Which one?
Down here at the
Shady Gators one.
At the Gators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. He was telling us.
Yeah, I roll. The only reason I know because I actually went there today. Because I was like, I just want to go. I want to see the water. I just want to.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm inside all the time. Like, let's just whatever. So like 1 o'clock, I was like, it won't be crazy yet, right? So it wasn't.
Sorry.
And went down there. I was like, all right, cool. Hot as hell, but it just was cool to sit by the dirty water, right? So I was like,
hell yeah.
but then someone was like, yo, someone got shot last week. I was like, what the fuck? Where am I?
Yeah.
Where the hell am I?
Yeah.
I'm like, I moved from New York City.
Oh my
And here I am in buttfuck nowhere. And like, well, yo, this rapper got shot up with his grief. I'm like,
That's true.
What?
It was even a rapper got shot.
Oh my
and then his
god.
name was something fucked up. And I was like, yo, how did I move from like the biggest city on the planet to like the lake? And it's like gangster shit down here.
Yep.
Like a minute from my house. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, I stay out of trouble in New York. Here, I'm like, I gotta watch it? Come on.
Right.
That's like how you
Some
know
gangbangers
when you become a
pulling down
town.
from Jeff City. I'm like, come on.
Like a rapper has to
City
get shot.
gangbangers.
Seriously.
Oh
Where
my
are we?
god. That is the greatest thing I've ever fucking heard.
It's true. True.
Dude, I don't fuck with gangs. I've been around some real gang shit. I mean, you don't even want to brush up against it. Like in Long Beach, you don't fuck with real gangs. But I feel like the gangs in the Midwest could get coffee for the gangs where I'm from if they let them.
If they let them.
Like I'm not saying I'm tougher
You know
than
what?
them or
Don't
anything.
come and find me.
Yeah, leave me alone. I'm not fucking with you. But I feel like the Bloods or the Crips would run your ass like puppies. So maybe just stop shooting up my lake. You're not cool.
That's why
Come
it
on,
sounds
man.
funny, yeah.
Like, are you really gonna try?
bites up in here? Why you gotta shoot people? We're having freaking like slushy drinks and you're shooting people?
Yep.
We have a testicle festival. Don't gangbang
Right.
here.
Oh,
Yep.
jeez.
God damn, that's funny.
Don't gangbang here,
Don't
man.
gangbang here.
That's gonna be our new shirts that nobody wears.
We need bumper stickers with
Or
that.
like this gangbang, not this gangbang.
Somebody made
Yeah,
a
I'm confused on
really
which one.
strong, funny ass comment to me though about it when it happened. When they were like, "Oh, they think they're gonna come up here and shit up the place, huh?" Pulls me aside and was like, "You think the fucking rednecks around here let that fly? They'll skin them." And then I
Yes.
thought about it. I was like,
Not scary.
yes, they
every
will.
mother here is armed.
Everybody
Like
has-
All the time. All
Oh,
the
yeah.
time.
a drive-by will probably get shot back at better here than Long Beach.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
No,
because they
that's
were already
slow-mo.
shooting
They got
outside
slow-mo.
anyway.
They'll-
They shoot
they'll
fucking
follow
deer.
that. They'll just follow that along. Like, oh, you want to do that? Cool. We're gonna follow you until it's dark,
You know
and now
what's
you're done.
Yeah, you know
Now
what's
you're
scary?
done.
Imagine you do a drive-by on a house and a guy good enough with a deer rifle is just watching you go down the only road you could be on.
And you,
Right.
or the dead end. You gotta
Or
go
the
back.
dead end, yeah.
Yep.
You're screwed.
Guess where they're gonna find your body?
Nowhere.
Hey, somebody
fishnet.
abandoned a Cadillac
Yeah.
on Lolo's in the front of my house.
It's got Illinois plates. I don't know.
What you digging, Tom?
Oh my
Onions. Pretty big hole for onions.
Potatoes.
A lot of onions.
Potatoes.
And that's the end of that chapter.
Move on.
Is that purple spray paint that means no trespassing? I may shoot if you cross this line on your trees? I have no further questions.
Yes.
One onion growing. It's kind of laying over. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't think that this place is like where you want to come to do crime.
No.
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 Can you imagine trying to carjack somebody here? They'd be
Oh.
like, no.
All right.
With that, here, hold a real
Like,
gun.
Right,
actually, we're gonna
exactly.
swap cars. Take my shit truck. I'm taking your fucking BMW. Bye.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
or
true.
we're taking both of them. See ya.
You know what's a weird phenomenon at this lake though? Is I drive a loud Mustang and a guy will pull up next to me in a raised diesel truck with smokestacks and rev his engine at me. And it's like, I don't understand what your tugboat is doing next to my race boat, but what are we supposed to
Is this
do
monster
together?
Truck, you're gonna run over me?
Yeah, do you want to drive across my hood? I'm supposed to like
Okay.
flag it. Like, oh, go ahead, bro. Like you're gonna dip off the side of the road and show me your mudding expertise? Like I will just blast out of here and never see the black smoke you leave on people.
fucked
What are
up.
we doing?
Oh my god.
Equally so, if you're inviting me to go somewhere mudding, I admit you win. So what are we doing? But they pull up next to me all the time. They're like, and I'm like, what? Am I supposed to wave?
I think they do it to anybody.
I have a nicer car. I don't
luck.
fucking know, man.
Good luck out
I don't
there.
know. And then I don't get it why they spit oil. I really don't get that, man. I mean, God forgive me if there's some cool thing I don't know about
Oh,
here.
with the smoke.
But that just seems really fucking
yeah.
pointless, man.
That's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Some people
it's-
just like it, yeah. I don't know why.
It just annoys the shit out of me.
I don't
I'm
know.
just like, fucking leave it. Stop. Stop.
Well, and eventually it should run out, so that's a problem.
You know what'd be cool? If society, everybody carried little like and dislike Post-its, and we just rated everybody. And so you come out of Target, and your
thumb up,
big
thumb down.
fucking lifted truck that spits oil at everybody just has a gang of thumb downs on it, just down the side, you
Just hook
know?
up your horns like wah wah or woo woo. You know, it's like
Dude,
You know.
fuck no, man. Did you watch Black Mirror? Because there was an episode with literally what you just said, and it was kind of fucking scary.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It
Why?
took-
Were the Post-it notes explosive?
No, dude, it was all good. You use your phone to rate people, and then like she was real good. She was a 4.6. She was like up there, and then like one wrong thing, and she went to fucking 2, and then she like gave up and was like, "I'm gonna
and
fucking kill people."
It
Like she didn't give a
controls everything
shit.
you did in life. Like it's like, oh, if you stayed above
Yeah.
a certain area, you could have a
Right.
good job. You got blah blah blah.
Yeah, so you had to
I read
stay
about
up. You had to please
minute you
everybody.
dipped,
You
you-
couldn't cuss.
Oh.
You couldn't anything. Yeah, it was bullshit.
Scary shit.
Took all your freedom away. I'm not saying we have a lot of that now, but
We have a ton of freedom in this country, but it depends how you define freedom too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, true story. I'm not really trying to get on that subject. I don't want people to think I'm like a gun nut or something. So anyways, you asked me about the sheriff's star.
Yes.
So-
yeah, I did.
So true story, Bass Pro Shop, love that store. I walk by a display of like sheriff's badges, and it's like you're in the toy section on purpose. Of course. This is adult Disneyland. I want to see like what kind of guns they sell and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like walking by, and I see Sheriff Brandon. I was like, no way. And I was like, kind of like the ring of that. It's like $5. I never had one, right? Or since I was a little kid, or somebody's went, that's kind of fun. So I picked it up. But then here's what's embarrassing is so then as I'm walking through the store, I see a display of like vintage candy that I used to buy at the ice cream man when I was like 5.
Yeah.
So I buy one candy and one toy star with my name on it.
Time I could buy one.
Yeah. And I go through the checkout line and it
God.
goes like this. I take my 2 items and I set them up there and I look like I look. And this girl's like 20 years old or something. And she's like, she doesn't say anything. She doesn't say like, hey, how was your day? Or like, thanks for coming to Bass Pro.
Yeah.
Swear to God, it's like this.
She's like, you have a kid in your car.
You're Brandon, aren't you?
In the trunk.
Swear to God. So she was like, you're Brandon, aren't you? And I was like,
Duh.
yeah. Have a nice day. I couldn't tell if it was like, hey, this is a pretty cool guy. Or if it was like,
Or you have a kid trapped in your van.
yeah, who brought
Right.
the slow
Yeah.
kid?
Yeah, I think she thought you had an extra chromosome. She
Is
was
he
like,
with
it's
somebody?
Okay, Brandon. Yeah. Like,
Someone-
I'm
Where's the
like,
bus?
Yes.
I just want my candy, guys.
a woman.
I just want my candy.
anyways,
That's
it was,
what I
it was
would've
pretty
thought.
cool though. Like she was cool about it, but it was kind of funny. She's like, you're Brandon, aren't you? It's like,
Yeah, she was cool. She's supposed to be mean.
I mean, a grown ass man was buying a star with his
Security,
name
can you follow this guy out to the parking lot?
Yeah. Can you make sure he gets home safe?
Make sure he doesn't have a blacked out van.
Yeah, you call his parents. Yeah, that's a real thing.
on it. You know what's funny is every time I go to Bass Pro, when you first walk in the door, they set it up on purpose where it's like this big glorious bathroom everyone knows is there and wants to use.
Mm-hmm.
And to get there is a hallway lined with salesmen trying to hit you up for a timeshare.
yes.
Yeah.
And you really got to pee, so they let you walk past, but on your way out down that long hallway, right? And I'm always there with like Coley, who's gorgeous or something, right? And then I'm there with my cousin Justin, fucking Fuego, and he's 350 pounds, 6'4". No one said anything. I think I'd go awkward, dude. We're just walking down the hall, and those guys just kind of like backed up, checked for
Hey,
butterscotch.
you're coming. You're coming every time. You're coming every time.
No one offered a shit. And it was so funny. I was like, are these guys like scared to ask this big dude if he wants to buy a timeshare?
I love that.
What a weird job. You got to sell a thing, but you're scared of people.
Yep.
What a weird thing. I know this thing I have isn't very good and you don't want it, so I'm not going to offer it to the people that can hit hard.
I don't want to die.
He's a big ass dude, though.
That's a huge guy.
His fucking forearms are the size of like my arms. Like he is ridiculous.
Yeah. That's who
I did
beat
the
me
same
up as a
thing.
kid. That's my childhood.
How are you alive?
I mean, I'm in pretty bad shape.
I mean,
I've had a lot of surgeries for 42, bro. One time, Justin chased me through the house because I bagged on him. All I had was words. I was tiny compared to him, right? And he hit a growth spurt before I did. So he was most of that size when I was still little.
So he was half a moose, not a full moose
was-
yet.
Anyways, dude fucking follows me through the house. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Comes after me. Puts me behind the bathroom door and slams me through the drywall. Slams the door on me until I go into the drywall. And they literally found me like a 90s show, like in the locker square, like a SpongeBob episode, in the drywall. And it was like, we got in trouble for wrecking the house. That was part of a house that kid was in. Yeah. He put me in a house. That's a big dude.
put me in a house. That's good.
Yeah, it was rough. Actually, he always had cool property. They lived in Dago in a little town called Poway. And they had horses in the middle of San Diego.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Huh.
There were horse trails down there. We go riding.
Hey, wait,
Wow.
Can Justin ride a horse?
Or the horse right
If he's mad at it. Fuck, I guess.
I was just curious. I don't know what the weight limit on a horse is.
Oh, no, he can easily ride a horse, but it's like none of us want to ride a horse. Like, why would he do that?
Oh, I don't know. I thought, in my mind, I was like, poor horse. Like, I don't fucking know. What they fucking...
He could hit a horse and actually do some damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
saddles.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And I knew him through college. He hit a couple of horses. Fuego! He's gonna watch this episode.
You're like, mother.
He's in an armchair right now when he hears this, lighting a bowl, going, "Fuck you."
Wait till the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm bringing it. Last time you were talking about like squeegee meat and shit. Remember that? I was
Yeah.
like, dude.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Last week?
Woo.
Yeah.
Meat squeegeeing? All right.
Yeah, you know. He's got some
I don't
stories.
know.
He's got some stories.
He does have some stories. Me and him have some stories. We've had crazy fucking times. When I was a little kid, my dad built me a tree house, but it wasn't in a tree because my dad worked at a top construction firm and he was very good at woodworking. It was 12 feet in the air on stilts. It had electric power, a trap door, a rope ladder. It locked. It had a real door, shutters, drywall, power switch, carpet,
So it was
roof.
a house.
It was a house. Yeah.
It was a
Yeah, it's a fucking house,
It was
12
an
feet in the
elevated
air
house.
in
Yep.
Long Beach. And we had our BB guns, of course, because we're 13-year-old boys.
Yes.
So we would sleep out there, because why wouldn't you?
It's true.
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking lived out there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And it had
Oh.
power. Of course I lived out there.
And no hole in the
I live
drywall
out there,
from
but
when
it's
you
just
were
like a-
younger.
Oh.
So
Yeah, that was nice. So anyways, we decided to sneak out and go to the 24-hour 7-Eleven 2 blocks from my house. But to be clear, I lived on Spring and Pacific. And like, if you know Long Beach, it ain't great. And so we sneak out and we go in the 7-Eleven and there were like 5 dudes out front on their bikes. And these are like grown ass men on bikes, okay? And I heard one of them say like, yeah, I'm going to jack those little kids when I come out. What? And so we go inside and we buy our stuff. And I'm trying to tell my cousin, and he's from like a nicer area than Long Beach. I mean, San Diego, where he lived, was way nicer. And he's not really hearing me. He's not understanding. It's like, bro, gonna get jumped. And he's like, what? You know what you're talking about. So we're going down the alley back to my house and we're about halfway home. And here comes like an 80s guy on a BMX bike, like a gang member, but we're about to get jacked by a guy on like a bike. Yeah, like a motherfucking Huffy. Like he's coming down the alley on like a dyno with pegs to jack us. And we got to make it to my back fence before this dude catches us. And literally we're jumping the fence as like the air of him whizzing by trying to stop hits. But by the time he comes to my fence to jump into my backyard to jump us, we had left our BB guns up on the fence. And so we pulled him down and we are lighting this motherfucker up. 2 people just dumping. I got 100 BBs. My finger's gonna get tired before you're done getting shot. And this dude's like rolling on the ground. He doesn't know what's happening. It's like in the dark. And we just shoot this dude until we start laughing and he runs without his bike. But
Hey, you
that's
got a
pretty
free
crazy.
bike?
He was
You
gonna
got a
jump
free
in my
bike.
backyard and beat me up.
Yeah.
No, I don't steal from gangs. I mean, I shot him a little, but I wasn't gonna steal from him.
Oh my god.
And also, I went and stayed with Justin after that because there was no way I was sleeping in that tree house because I was pretty sure it was burning down the next day.
God, that's fucking good.
Yeah, we got like 10 stories like that, and it's not great. I was just a kid, okay? I just want candy from 7-Eleven. I didn't want the story. So, it's fucked up, man.
It's a good story now.
It is.
I thought you were gonna say like Justin like murdered this guy.
right.
Not,
That's what
not
was-
literally.
That's
what I was
waiting
waiting.
for.
Yeah, yeah.
He jumped
Justin
over the fence
just-
and Justin knocked him out.
Yes.
Just
yes.
demolished
That's what I
him.
thought.
Yeah.
Nope.
Just.
But for the record, I was smart enough to be an armed citizen, and I did have the need to protect myself even at 13. And that was right before the LA riots happened, and I was living there, so. Yeah.
How
Stay
was that
armed.
for you
It was pretty bad.
as a kid or a teenager?
No, yeah, well, technically. So I think I was 13.
13.
And it made it so close to my neighborhood. There was a bunch of damage on Willow Street, and they burned the DMV down at the end of my street.
Oh wow.
Shit.
So, I mean, it was literally like they just had to go a couple more blocks to be at my front door.
Yeah.
And that's where it ended. Like last day kind of stuff. But
Nice.
burn the DMV down, end of my shit.
Who the fuck burns the DMV?
I mean,
Anybody
the
that's
lines
ever
are
been to one?
Crazy.
It's just like rude.
Like
Like-
anybody that's ever been in line at a DMV, that's who your suspects
I've
are.
always wanted to burn it down. Come
Then
on.
you got to drive further to renew your plates, and you got to renew them.
Burn them all down.
I bring extra cans of gaseline every
I do
time
it
I go to a
online. What are you
DMV.
talking
You
about?
burn
Fuck-
businesses
fuck
online.
those places. Yes, I do.
No, I'm just kidding. That's fucking rough.
So check it out, guys. This is the perfect opportunity to pick a new career for Tim. Tim's at one of those stages in life where he wants a big change, and he's been talking to me lately about
Pull
he doesn't
anything?
know. I mean, that was my first
You would
call.
make so much money, and you'd be
Yeah.
ripped.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. That is fair.
You're doing it for free now. I say do it at a club, get paid.
True.
You're right.
Bam.
You're right.
Also,
That's
that was
called
Michael
double
that rated
dipping.
your
I
last
said,
show
do it-
as
do it
6
on the
8.
It's
water.
okay.
The
It's
thing
called
is, get on
nothing
the,
wrong
get,
with
on,
that.
get a boat. Do it on the water. Who's doing it on the water? Nobody.
Oh my god, a mobile strip club?
Mobile
Dude,
strip club,
you'd be
dude.
fucking rich.
I'll pull you on a jet ski.
Nice.
Because I won't be able to see anything behind me. I won't have to watch,
Perfection.
but I get half the take, okay?
Okay. All right.
It's just
That's-
him
I mean,
holding
that's
on for
entirely
dear life
fine.
the whole time. That's all it is.
That's called flapping in the breeze.
There's a market for that. There's a market for that.
There's
Come on.
I
telling you.
I missed that part of the market, boys.
Get on it now.
Well, no, so
Sounds gay.
yeah, get on it now.
Yeah.
Before
There's your slogan.
rear of
That's his
jet
slogan.
ski
There's
your slogan. Get
pole
on
is
it now.
happening.
Before it pulls away.
God. It's bad.
And so good.
We'll get
Yeah.
you the little outfit. We'll call you Ski Man. Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
ski man.
Or like PWT,
Just call
personal
me
water
Timski.
Tim. You can just
Timski.
call up all them old ladies,
Dude,
dude.
that should be a fucking thing.
Timski?
Did you rent the Timski for the weekend?
Bro,
I did.
You gonna pole dance in a
Timski,
diaper?
baby. Let's get the Timski for the
What the
weekend.
fuck? You wanna dress like
Oh
a
my
paper boy?
Dude.
Timski and Butch or something, man. That just sounds like a porno. You can't use that name, Timski. You
damn.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Huh.
then for like,
There you
what I'm
Wow.
saying.
Wow.
Whoa.
You know what I'm
many
saying?
options.
What was that joke? I didn't
That has to be edited out.
I didn't even
Aiden.
follow. Okay, but so real shit, you want to start over, fresh career. Excuse me. Trying to figure out what to do. What do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna take some time off.
Which is awesome.
That's kind of nice.
But I mean, what are
That's
some of
gonna
the
be-
ideas you had?
What do you like?
What's fun to do, yeah.
Or you just want to usually you like reset completely and then figure it out.
I think that's probably
That's
the
kind of nice
best.
to do.
Yeah.
Don't get in a hurry. If you don't have to be in a hurry, don't get in a hurry.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't need to be.
That's the thing.
I
If you don't
mean-
have to like rustle up right now, then sit back.
I 100% agree with
Take
that.
a month of the summer and like freaking enjoy this shit. As crazy as we say, like crazy. Take a moment and enjoy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go to each one of these places and be like, damn, I wish watch those shorts walk by.
Right.
You know, why not?
Also,
And then figure it out.
Yeah, I don't
Take your time.
think a passion project is something that you figure out on paper.
No.
Like
No,
it's got to
it's-
already
it
be there.
smacks
you
And
you
know?
it's
in the head.
Yeah.
I mean,
definitely
it's
not
there, but
something
then all of a
that
sudden
you
it
rush into.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you're right. It's there, but it's also something that all of a sudden just goes, hey, remember me?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
let's
have
do
it
this
here.
now.
It needs to connect.
It'll connect.
Yeah. For real world application, I don't think you get to just pick passion projects. So I'm sure something will smack you. But it was funny because even though your idea was serious and I take it seriously, I made fun of it because he said he wanted to do rock climbing. And he first described it to me, I think, as like family fun. So it's like I pictured kids. And I'm like, the fucking liability you were asking for out of the gates. Like you want to build shit kids fall off of and then invite kids there. I was like, oh my God, why? Because it's true. It's like if you're gonna choose a career at some stage in life, if you're not gonna just fall into it,
Right.
if you're gonna cognitively choose it, I think you pick something that's sort of recession proof, right? The first fucking thing broke people stop doing is going rock climbing, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, haven't we learned after this past year that nothing is proof?
You're right.
Yeah.
Like, what's safe?
Yeah.
Everyone that has like, so I just talked about it with a friend today. Like, you know, have a job that like, cool, I'm gonna do my 20 years here. This job never ends. You know, X, Y, Z, whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
pick anything that's a standard job. And I was like, and everything this year died.
Yep.
Very little things really carried through.
Well, but that's what I love about being in the design, print, and marketing industry. If any businesses survive, which by the nature of the economy and life going on must exist, if there are businesses, they're going to need to promote themselves.
Eventually, yeah.
And especially in times that are dire, sometimes you have to
Yep.
promote harder to get the same dollars out of pockets.
Yeah.
You always need a marketing person. You always need a fresh perspective.
Well, and for everyone
So the creative
that
industries.
died out, you're gonna have a new one starting up, and they're gonna
True.
need that as well.
Or
So-
like vice versa. Like, if there's a hole there, that one person wants to grab all that business. So, like,
right.
you want to hit that side. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
that's kind of what I did exactly with the trades. Like I worked on one trade and then a whole other trade, and now I can fix or build almost anything.
That's great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It just made sense.
Well, that's really cool. I mean, you learned vocations, and that's what the world used to do, right? You used to have to be able to do something.
Yeah.
You had to be able to bake fucking bread or something, or
And
dance,
you
or
just get
what?
on your phone and you ask somebody to do it.
Yeah, I mean, what do people really do today? I mean, most
Right.
jobs are made to use robots because you got to be so replaceable because they've already hired so many dumb fucks that have blown it. They keep trying to tone down the monkey it takes to run this shift so they
Damn.
can just, oh, he fucked up. He didn't show up again. He's back on heroin. Next, pull another resume, right? And so there's all these menial fucking jobs out in society. Like, what do people do anymore? Like, what is this? What is sitting here doing this? What is this? What the fuck is that? Like 8 hours a day? You're like a monkey in a square cave, tapping little plastic buttons, looking at a glowing screen. What are you accomplishing there?
Right.
You know, people used to have to be able, like, here's a loaf of fucking bread that I
Or
made.
just skills
That
in
I
general.
made
yeah, like,
by myself.
like making
Yes.
anything.
Yeah, I made this
Or the
leather
ability
bracelet.
To, like,
Right.
Even if you have, like, maybe you are that person that's like the monkey on the computer, but you still can fix your sink.
That's 100%
You know
correct.
what I mean? Like, you can still
Yeah.
could be like, oh, wow, my door's off the hinges. I can put it back up. A lot of people can't do that shit anymore. Like,
Nope.
basic thing. Well, what I think of basic things.
Yep.
That's what always cracks me up. Like
Or
in
common
these,
sense, like, oh, practical. Like, oh, yeah, this broke. I'll fix it. Now people are like, oh, I guess I have to get a new one.
Every time, yeah, gotta get.
you know what they think's
Fucking
under their
balls.
sink? A plumber.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Nice.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
it is crazy how many people can't even change a tire. And I'm like, that's something I learned when I was like, I don't know, fucking 6.
it was like a
Right.
requirement.
Well, you
Yeah,
started stealing
'cause you-
cars earlier than a lot of people, okay?
That's true.
Some way they'd
No
have a
kidding,
license
no.
even.
Don't go there. Yeah.
He's like, they called me El Churro.
That's called family education, okay?
The brown sugar.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hold his hand. Hold his hand.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, no.
Do you want to do?
I'm good. No.
You can keep count.
Just 7
it's
minutes.
okay.
I will keep count the whole fucking time.
I won't break the record. It's okay.
Thank God.
God, I haven't
But he
held
won't
hands
break
with a
your
grown
heart.
man that long since my sex change.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Stunned everybody.
That'd be hilarious if a bunch of people that we just always liked in the media, just people that we enjoy, just turned out to be literal like transgender. That would be kind of interesting to me, right?
Great. You'd be like,
Right.
oh, cool, whatever.
Like Pacino.
Dude,
Woman, whole time.
so, you know Caitlyn Jenner.
Yes.
They called her anti-trans because she said that men shouldn't be in women's sports. They called her anti-trans.
Who's a women,
Her.
like Olympic athlete as a man.
Yeah, in the
Yep.
before time, and then became a woman. They called
Yeah.
her.
It's just straight coffee.
Can I have a little bit of it?
Absolutely, sir. Please,
Yeah.
please help yourself. I probably just poured all I'm going to drink.
Oh, it smells like
Okay, so I hope this isn't controversial. I'm posing a serious question here. How do you outdo someone's dedication to an idea when they were willing to give their penis up for it? If I'm willing to cut my dick off or something, I don't think you get to call me anti that
I don't think I
ever.
can judge you at all.
I think she still has her penis. I think that was a
What, she
thing
kept it
that
in
was
a
brought
jar?
up. No, I think it was never cut off. Everything.
I don't
else-
want to know.
Everything else.
New topic.
I don't want to know either. Anyway,
But you brought it
Don't
up.
make
I
me
thought
use
that
this
was
mug.
hilarious.
You brought it up.
What did I bring up? I just said I thought it'd be funny if it just turned out that people weren't what everyone thinks they were, because
I
I
don't
think
think
that everybody keeps
Yeah,
up
you
you
appearances.
think it'd be funny? Like
For
I like
sake of-
Will Smith. If it turned out he was a girl, I'd be kind of mad. Will Smith,
Look, I'm wearing a sheriff's
the
badge. I think a lot of things are funny,
Willow
apparently.
Smith.
his daughter,
Turned into what?
Willow.
Is a what?
Fresh Princess?
Yeah, Fresh Princess of Bel-Air. I'd be pissed. I fucking loved that shit as a kid.
I wouldn't bother me. Whatever. I still like
None of
the
it-
shit. I still like it.
Yeah, you're right. I'd still
It's
like,
like, whatever.
it. That's a
he,
good
she,
point.
Whatever. It's still funny.
Yeah.
Still enjoy the movies.
That's true. That's true.
That is
Actually,
actually
no joke. A little bit of that coffee, a little bit more of that whiskey, banging.
really.
Not gonna lie.
I'm gonna try this out.
Ooh, yeah.
Little tiny sip with a coffee back. I'm gonna do
Bro,
that.
you want more?
No, sir. Thank you. I mean, I do. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Super tasty.
That was kind. That was really kind.
What kind of whiskey was that?
Yeah, tell us about that drink. This is all Michael.
That's fair.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember what I made.
That's how
been,
good it
it's
is.
been sitting for a day because like I made it in a batch and I let it sit.
Mm.
So it's what did I use there? Oh, actually I used 1792 whiskey, which is super reasonable.
Okay.
It's like you can buy it on the shelf for like $30.
That is
Right.
reasonable.
Great
Yeah.
That's
reasonable.
not
30
bad.
bucks for a fifth?
Yeah,
For $7.50
that's not bad at all.
for like a decent bourbon.
Yeah.
Pretty good, man.
Is 750 a fifth? I don't know.
Yeah,
No.
750 milliliter. Well,
Is that a fifth? What is a fifth?
it's a standard bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
There's,
units
there's
of
two kinds
measurement.
of bottles that I know
Remember when
of.
this
A
was
fifth
6 feet?
and then
Remember
the
this
big
conversation?
one. That was
It's
a
not
joke,
the, It's
though.
not the big one.
Okay.
It's the normal size bottle you see in
30
any place.
bucks for a
$30.
fifth is reasonable.
For good whiskey,
For
absolutely.
good- for a good bottle, yeah.
Yeah, I
Damn.
mean, 50
you're
bucks.
You're gonna pay $20-something for a bottle of Jack.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So for
True.
a decent bottle of bourbon, it's good. So anyway, that how did I make this syrup? Oh, this syrup was I mint,
Okay.
I
Okay.
like steeped mint and rosemary in sugar,
All
and
right.
then I just let it sit for a day.
That's rad.
That's it, man. And then we smoked it. We smoked it with pecan chips.
Nice,
You know
man.
what? I like pecans.
Hell yeah, I love
goddamn
pecans.
Smooth. Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
with
it
good
really
coffee, it's
Yeah, it's pretty busted, dude. I love it.
ridiculous.
Every drink you've poured me, whether it was one of your own creations, which I've had a few of, or just whiskeys you recommend that I never would have heard of, have been so good. Actually, you still have the tail end of that bottle of Japanese here.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, man, it's still here. And I know you reused the bottles, so certainly I saved it for you. I should have grabbed it. It was in that box I had you go through.
That
Yeah.
bottle was that was really good. Yeah.
Liquid butter, man.
Super smooth.
It was great.
Super smooth. I'll take it.
So have you gotten to shoot that gun much yet, Rollo?
No, I haven't shot it at all. I just bought it a few days ago.
You haven't shot it at all?
No. I've been working.
Guess you haven't been to a Jiffy Stop lately then, huh?
Oh,
You have any gators?
damn. No.
Yikes. I mean, you did get a rapper shot there. I don't think that happens at your average ass place. Like, you guys been down to barbecue? Nah, man, they shot rapper there. Like, no, you really don't hear that.
Rapper.
Like, really?
That's-
Oh, kind of really? He was a rapper. No, he had a weird name, and he
Was he was he actually a rapper? Like,
Supposedly,
was
yeah.
he a wannabe rapper?
Yeah,
I have
that's
no idea.
Maybe.
I have no idea.
Like, not made it yet.
I don't know.
I don't know, but he didn't deserve to get shot at a bar.
I don't know what he did.
I don't think anybody.
Regardless, that's a pretty busy place.
Yeah.
So busy.
Yeah, it's not,
Very busy.
I've been there. It's a really nice place.
Yeah.
JG runs it. By no means is it the place's fault. You just get that many humans in a place.
You'll never know.
There's a percentage of somebody that's kind of iffy, and that place happens to hold that many people. That's all it is, man. You just get enough humans in a room, you got problems.
I love
Oh,
that
yeah.
spot. It's like basic, awesome lake on the water.
Yeah.
You want to go there and just have like cool time? It's a good spot.
Right.
Whatever. People are nice. But yeah, I did not know that someone got shot there a week ago.
It's crazy. Yeah. I don't-
You guys continue. I just realized that I don't have any ice in my bowl, and that's like the least Dolce thing I could do.
I'm embarrassed for you.
This is our actual relaxed time. I need some ice.
Bring ice for everyone.
You
Bring
need
a
some ice,
bucket.
I
You
do
need
have
some more.
ice.
It's nice.
All right, just take what you need. And if you want more smoke, I have more smoke. Yo, these
like
things
that.
are great. Like this little contraption. I mean, I don't really want to plug the company, but I would. I don't know if I can. But
Fair.
these guys, you can make this up yourself, really.
No, I'm alright.
It's
Thanks.
just a piece of wood, right?
That's
and it's
what
there's
it
and there's a
looks
screen
like.
inside. That's all it is.
Sure.
It's super easy. You drop it on top of anything, smoke goes into the glass.
That's really
It's
cool.
the best travel.
So cool.
Because I usually have these like actual like you saw the first time I came, the smoker, like the little
Yeah.
fan-based smoker, and I
Sure.
have those in a tube, and which is still very compact and awesome. But this
Oh, that's so
it's
nice.
still in your
Just
pocket,
convenient.
dude.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
It's like this is awesome. Like we talked about it earlier or about a week ago. It's like let's get some of these people out here to make some of these things. We'll make
Yeah.
like 100 of them. Sell them for $5, man. Or give them
That's fair.
away. They're awesome.
Oh, dude, I love this.
They're great. It's just such a great tool.
Please keep this on the ground because it will get real wet, but there is a
what
sorted
she
ice. That was a good one. That was pretty good. That's what she said.
Did you want some ice, sir? Dig your
Breathe it in,
hands
boys. Dolce Friday. Breathe that shit in. Fuck, I wait all week for this, man.
So how was everyone's week? Busy?
Always.
I mean, you took a day off this week.
That's good.
I really did. I took my first day off for the year. So that's 6 months that I didn't take a day. I said, I'm going to go do a thing. And in all fairness, in the beginning, I had to do exercise in the morning. And I did get so guilty, I had to call this guy because he's a client right now. And I just wanted to check on his job. But for the most part, 99%, I took
What
that
happened
day
when
off.
you called me? I said, why are you calling me? You're off work today.
You know, I always tell people just because I treat you like a friend, don't ever let me not treat you like a client. You know,
Fair.
Mm.
It's a good way to think about that.
Still pecking at that thing. It's delightful. This, on the other hand, I'm haunching on.
Now, what were you drinking earlier? I see some Truly over there.
Chew from that haunch. That's all it was.
That's
True.
just-
Yeah. With
Now, I did hear,
These things are
you know,
awful.
the Bud Light has a seltzer, right? So they're coming out with Bud Light seltzer ice pops.
like a popsicle.
Like, you know, the old Otter Pop things, right? Like the old school shit.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But literally like the same, like this Bud Light
Just
seltzer flavors
slushy.
in
Yeah.
those long stream pops.
That's
I mean, it's
interesting.
brilliant for places like this.
Yes.
I mean, you're in a pool, you're on the lake,
Yes.
you're in a
Fuck yeah.
float trip, whatever.
Float trip's my
Hell
first
yeah,
thought.
dude. Float trip.
Slushies,
Hell
just
yeah,
all
that's
day.
awesome.
Beer
But
slushies.
overall, it's kind of like, fuck you.
Right, yeah,
But, you know,
nobody's gonna bust
if
that
I'm
out
on
in
the
their
lake, dude,
backyard.
if I'm floating down the river, I'm like, that's
Like
pretty
for
banging,
fear
man.
of it getting mixed up with the kids' ice pops.
Well, see, that's
No,
what's
no,
like,
Tim,
That's gonna
right
be
now.
really
That's where you
bad.
market that.
This
That's where
episode.
you market your playgrounds, my
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, like you're tired of your kids talking, put them to bed by 5 p.m. Give them a
There you go.
popsicle.
Sell them on the
That's
ice cream trucks.
There you go,
What are you
5
talking
p.m.,
about?
whatever.
It's gonna be like 2:30.
Night, motherfucker. Yeah.
People are gonna mark in the comments that show said to give alcohol to children. So I want to
Never,
clarify.
never.
If they really said that,
I said
they're idiots.
sell it to them.
Make sure to make a profit, please.
Yes.
No, I really said sell to the parents because the parents need the booze.
Yeah.
yeah. Parents need booze.
No, I just thought that was.
Yes.
I saw that
Beautiful
the
every
other day,
time.
and I was like,
That
that's,
is so
that's pretty
nice.
clever. You're coming out with seltzer
Yeah.
icy pops.
They
Okay.
have some kind of ice pop margarita things, but I don't know if they're
Yeah, but
good.
those are usually trash, man.
I don't know. I've never tried them.
How could it not be trash? It looks like a popsicle. It's a fucking beverage that
There's
came
not
out of a
enough booze in it.
plastic
There's not enough booze in it.
strip.
That's the thing. Yeah, I need like hard liquor to get me going because like I can drink
There's
a
not enough
beer,
booze
but
in those. That's
it's
why I'm
gone.
like, you know, with the
Sure.
seltzers, the
Yeah.
seltzers are already like pre-done. It's like 5
Yeah.
ounce or 5%, right? So it's a
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah.
So, like,
Right.
that's not going to change. So
Yeah.
I would do those. I wouldn't do the margaritas or whatever the mule frosty things, whatever, because I'm like, you're not really giving me the booze that I expected.
Yeah, some people that's all they need. White
Hey,
girl
man,
wasted's a real
I
thing.
kind of wish that I could be that way.
I do too. I wish I was a lightweight.
I
Yeah.
wish I was white girl wasted. I wish I was like Rose happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd save a lot of guys.
But really, is anybody
much
buying their
money.
clothes at Old Navy deeply happy? I mean, come on, man. I feel like that is not a thing in life. Like, really? You're buying your clothes at Old Navy and you got a seltzer in your hand and you're like a deep, passionate person? I don't think so.
No.
There's something there.
I think real
Oh, there's
motherfuckers is
something there.
smoking rosemary and Big Chief. And
Yeah.
like, if you're wearing Doc shoes right now, drown yourself. I'm sure everybody has a generation that they identify with. Like, we're all like approximately the same age. And somehow they get stuck in this like rigid rut of like, you know, I should dress like this forever. And that's why like our grandparents still dress like it's 1955 because that's where they decided fashion peaked and I'm done.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm done participating in what's in
Well, see,
magazines.
I reverse. I wish I could dress like that.
Oh yeah, no, I love.
I would
Oh,
love to wear
yeah.
that. Like I love. I mean, I'm sure
This
I
is
would
the
bitch about
program.
it, but yo, I would do like that 3-piece suit, like
Yeah.
hat.
I've seen
Every
it
day?
too. I would do that.
I'd
every
rock the
fucking
fuck out of
day.
an Al
Everything's
Capone
expensive,
every
though.
day.
It's pricey.
Absolutely.
But
You know how
what?
much money I'd save
would do
on
it.
pomade? And I look great in a fedora.
Fucking pomade.
Nah, for real,
Oh,
dude.
man, I know he's over
I
here.
would. I
I'm
would
a Dapper
mafioso
Dan
that
man.
3-piece.
Tap it.
Dapper Dan, man.
No, but yeah, I feel you. Well, you know, now like is there a fashion now, or
Yeah.
is it just slovenly?
Yeah, it's bad.
Especially for men.
Yeah,
I mean, especially
it's
for
pretty.
men. For men, it's just pretty much like slub.
It is schlub.
Yeah,
Schlub.
there's just not a lot of fashion
That's a
out
good word,
right
isn't
now.
it?
There's,
a good word.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
this-
it's pretty accurate.
Schlub's actually a great word
Schlub's
for
a
it.
great
Schlub's
word
a good
for
word.
it.
You know?
Well, and I think it's the over acceptance of the dad bod.
What's the
Or
overacceptance
the
of the dad bod?
overacceptance
What
of
are we
just
talking about?
casual lifestyle.
Okay,
Yeah.
no. Actually, let's be
Being
honest.
casual.
I think what's happening is our food supply is poison, and everybody
Yeah,
wants to
absolutely.
stay home and do nothing, and so the whole country's fucking overweight in a bad way.
I was gonna say I think it's
So
America.
But they're still
Yeah.
bumping
It's America.
uglies, right? So fat Americans fucking fat
You're
Americans,
just
and then what's
breeding
happening
more
is
and more lazy people.
you're seeing a lot of ass that looks like that, and so they're starting to put the ads out that way. Like I walked
Right.
by Victoria's Secret; those were not supermodels in the windows. Fine, whatever, cool. I'm not shaming. I don't really want to look at it.
Right.
They have to dumb it down. They have to make it this big and still call it a large because your fat ass is eating 2 boxes of cereal 3 times a day. That's really what's happening. They have to dumb it down so everybody doesn't feel bad they're fat.
Absolutely.
Sugars and like
Absolutely.
down
Ugh, gross,
You know?
dude.
and our education.
Gross.
Oh, that's the worst.
Fuck your
Well,
comments.
it's all
You're
about-
gross.
It's so easy, right?
Damn.
Not taking care of yourself is disgusting, man.
Actually,
I
it was
get it.
Absolutely.
Everybody
It's
comes
also
in every
easy
shape, size, and
to-
color.
But how
Great.
easy is it now to be lazy than it was 20 years ago?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's so
Everything's
easy
convenient.
comparatively.
I mean, I know we always harp about like everything's at our fingertips, our phone, blah blah. But
You know,
honestly,
it's
I could
instant.
stay in my house for months.
Yeah, it's
I'm
instant.
trying to.
And have
Instant
everything delivered
gratification.
To me,
That's what it
I
is.
could work. I could do anything I
It's
wanted.
easy with Amazon.
You
I can never
know,
leave.
yeah, Amazon.
That's nuts.
You know what else
I
they
mean,
deliver?
I love
I
it.
can have-
I love some of it.
I
but
can
I'm
have
like, whoa.
fine dining delivered to me with DoorDash.
Oh yeah, but
I'm sorry.
That's
but
what's
what?
wrong with America.
That's what's wrong.
What?
Because you know what
Go
else they deliver?
dress
You're not
up.
having the
A
experience.
Bowflex,
Dress up.
motherfucker. They'll
Dress
deliver
up.
dumbbells.
Dress up, look nice. You know,
Wait, now you
go
to a
out,
nice spot,
have a
and you're like,
nice
oh,
dinner
No one
out.
does it.
Nobody wants to do that.
Well, I will say
Why?
that
Why would I
the
want to
spot
do
that
that?
I'm trying to open,
Exactly.
which will be unnamed, I'm trying to say, hey, this is going to be like sort of a nicer ass space, right? Like, respect
That's where I'm
yourself.
going.
Walk in, like, get dressed. You're
Yeah.
not coming off the boat.
That's right.
Yes.
Like, there are plenty of places for like the hanging out. Like, you know, I like
This
to wear,
whole
like,
lake is the
bullshit all time.
Tropicana.
and that's
Right.
great. But,
Very
like, you know
friendly,
what?
very party.
I want like you're coming into this space, go home and shower and put on a fucking nice shirt, or like look at like you're going out.
Amen.
Like make it an evening for yourself. Like respect it.
Yeah, because
And you know
everybody
what? I
else in this
guarantee
room
you,
did.
Everybody I talked to is like, wow, that seems like a lot. What?
right.
I'm telling you, put on
That's
a clean
hard.
pair of pants, bro, or pants at all. Like Jesus. Like no, but seriously, people are like, oh man, that's not how it is down here. We just like hang. I'm like,
That's not how it is.
go
down
go
here.
hang there.
That's
Yeah.
you're not
You know,
my
take a
clientele.
shower.
Right.
Put on a nice shirt and come in and like actually like enjoy yourself.
That's
And you're not doing shots here. We're gonna hang.
right.
Yeah. Everybody acts like it's strange not to go out, and a lot of people question me on it. I'll pose a real simple question that answers itself and explains it. During what activity in life do you want to smell the public? The fuck, I can have Italian food at home. I don't have to sit in this room. You know what I mean? And I know it depends what restaurant, right?
Oh god, yeah.
The kind of bourbon bar that Michael's describing, that's what I would pay to be into for the night, because there's only going to be 20 other people in the room, and they're all going to smell delightful.
Yeah.
Do I'm going to go rub
They're all
elbows
there on
with
purpose.
5,000 drunk schmoozy people piling off of
Schmoozy.
boats?
Right.
In what fucking hell?
Yeah, at 23, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you don't care
College,
then.
hell yeah, let's do that. But like after that, it's like, come on.
Yeah,
I only
dude.
want to do that once.
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh cool, I caught those diseases. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, let's be honest. I love this place, but it's just Vegas with jet skis.
I mean, which is awesome in its own way.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of awesomeness about it, but
Tons of awesomeness,
there's
but
still there's a separation of like decorum.
yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
all right, cool. Like, sure, yeah, you did all this. Now, like, take a breath and then go do something nice.
Yes.
Respect yourself and the spaces that you're in, and like in the
Oh,
people
yeah.
you're with.
You know how they do those
And
best
so-
of lake posters? You think pretty soon it'll be like a rapper was shot here too.
Yeah, man.
You think it's like
You know,
you
we
think
do
it's
a
coming
little
down on
tour-
that?
You know, we'll start a tour bus. Hey, this guy got
Oh
shot
my
this
God.
spot. What?
The tour driver reading
don't
off
need
his
shoes
cards,
at this
firing
bar.
cap guns on the
can
tour,
call
you're
the
like on
map
top of the bus.
spot.
Oh
The
my
shot.
god.
Spot the shot.
Spot the shot.
Oh my
And you have a cop tracker, like, you know, more cops in this corner of the lake than anywhere else.
wow.
She's like,
Wow.
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
You get to do like a paintball drive-by in a lowered caddy.
yes.
I would sign up for that. Come on.
And there's just like
I don't know who
scarecrow
wins.
farmer people just being nice, and it's just scarecrows like with pitchforks. Go by in your Cadillac and paintball it. I don't know, man. I hope that none of that crime's coming to this place, because I have to tell you, I've had almost zero problems at Lake of the Ozark in 10 years.
Right.
Almost zero.
Yeah.
You know, a few, 1%.
Sure.
Well, that's what was shocking when I heard, like, what their gangs coming from another town. To go, like, what?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
where are
Chicago
we?
gangs.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, man.
Where
That sounds like a problem that New York would have, or
Well,
maybe
really, like,
Cal.
in New York, like, you know, if someone gets, well, especially now, people get shot all the time. But it's like, I don't know, New York, as small as New York City is, it's still very big.
Right.
Yes, square footage is very small, but millions of people, whatever. So, I mean, every time anyone gets shot, my mom will be like, are you okay? Dude, that's like
Yeah,
1,000 years away from me.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though, yeah, I could have been there in 10 minutes, but like, yeah, that's not my neighborhood.
Right.
Or like, oh yeah, that happened 6 blocks away. That's why today, when I was like, what? This happened like a mile down the road? What the hell? Where am I?
Yeah, man. I hope that it's just we're coming off of COVID. There's going to be a weird year because nobody
This
had a
is gonna be
summer last
funky,
summer.
right?
So it's going to be
Because
funky.
people are excited. They want to get out.
Right,
They want
right.
to, you know,
Yeah.
breathe a little more, which is great.
Sure.
I mean, it's great for the
for the
economy.
most part, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, let's pull some money into this space. But like, hopefully, you know, I think people for
Hopefully
the
after
most
this
part
summer
are
it
just
tones back
excited.
down. Yeah, yeah. They're
They're
just
gonna be
excited to be out,
joyful.
right?
I mean, we're always gonna have shit. You're always gonna have people
Yeah.
that are dumb, gonna be stupid. Always gonna have people. There's always gonna be violence, always. But I think
That's
for the most
so
part, we're
sad.
gonna have more.
I know.
More
Oh
happiness.
yeah.
I mean, it's sad, but it's just life. I mean,
It is.
There's
Just the
always
way of things.
You just hope that the good outbalances the bad.
Oh yeah.
But in general, I think that there's a lot more excitement and happy here than there is people doing drive-bys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
People just
Yeah.
want to get entertained.
People want to
Oh,
just
yeah.
be on the water,
Yeah.
watching a Timski, and pounding Bud Lights, man. That's all they want.
God damn.
I just threw up my mouth a little.
About-
Oh, which tastes just like that seltzer.
Truly.
Truly, it does.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
Oh God! All right. So what could we suggest to Tim other than dropping kids off plastic rocks?
hey, I don't think that's a bad idea. Family fun center is a good idea. I don't know, just rock climbing.
It
But there
seems
is a
very
lack
specific.
of
It just
big spots like that here.
Yeah.
Right
that-
now, all
and
there
that
is-
was my
all there is
comment.
is like mini golf and go karts,
And minor mics.
which is fine. But minor
Yep.
mics is come on.
right.
But there used to be a little more action, and there's a lot of families that come here.
And
Tons
it's,
of families.
and it's been a lot.
Because
Of
everybody gets pregnant at 14.
mini golf.
But all the problem
here.
is like everyone focuses now. Like I feel like the last 10, 15 years, and I haven't lived here very long, but like I kind of kept track. My family lives here, whatever.
Right.
It's all geared towards 21 and over,
Yes.
which is cool because booze makes a lot of money, guys. Alcohol
Sure.
sells. I mean, you make a lot of money on that. But they're forgetting when I used to come here as a kid. Because I came here until I was about 15, and then I left for like 20 years.
Sure.
It was so much more family oriented.
Right.
Like there was like stuff families could do all the time. Now pools and the resorts and stuff are saying, we don't want your kids. That's tough. So I think that there's valid points for your idea.
nice.
I mean, I don't think it should just be rock climbing.
No.
I think it should be like, I'm thinking like
No,
jump room, like, the
My
bouncy
thought,
house. Like,
well,
cool.
and
like,
and they've
the-
already
the
got that. I
trampoline
think.
shit,
I
like-
think what they really need is a large play area, like playground and
there's
and stuff
lack of
that.
outdoor areas.
Yes.
So you're thinking an adult whiskey slide then?
I
Yes,
would love
absolutely.
I'm okay with that.
Now,
Absolutely.
now I did hear that here on the lake, there is a bar that has a water slide into the lake. Is that true?
I heard that too.
I heard that, and to my shame, I have no idea. I don't have a lot of
Okay.
time to go out.
Because
So.
you know what? I was talking to a buddy a couple weeks ago, and he was like, dude, you know what they need in the lake? They need a senior frogs. Now, if you've ever been to a senior frogs
Yeah, man.
anywhere in the country or in
Mexico.
the world, really, Mexico.
Mexico.
Everyone's been to Mexico, right? Or
No, I haven't.
oh man,
I
the
have
senior frogs in Mexico is the same shit.
You're Mexican, sir.
Half Mexican, bro.
You've never been to your homeland, like just to check out the country that, like.
My homeland is Illinois.
That's better,
So-
actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was awful. It was so bad.
But this guy told
What
me,
part
he's
of
like, yo,
Illinois?
what about senior frogs?
The
And I'm like,
Quad
dude,
Cities.
you
We
know,
moved a lot.
It's like,
It's like
okay.
Moline, East Moline,
Yeah.
Davenport,
Hell yeah.
which is
Right
actually
into the
in
water.
Iowa.
Would that not work in this
It was
place?
awful.
I think it really would
It
because
would crush here.
you could
An
just come
idea.
here to
Like,
stay there
why
like
be-
you do in
why-
Mexico.
Why pay senior frogs, whoever they are, corporate people? Like, that's an idea if you wanted to go adult land.
Senor
An
Toads
adult
it is.
playground, like, that would
Oh
be
my God.
ape shit.
Oh yeah, that'd go bonkers. That's what you should do.
Like,
I don't
themed
even know
Crazy
what
Dreams.
that is.
Oh,
I don't know.
Senor Frogs
it's
is kind of
a-
like an
it's like a water park with
adult
balloons.
schmoozy water parky.
I mean, it's only like, literally, the one in Mexico, probably the same one we went to. There's literally 2 water slides above. It's 2 stories.
Mhm.
Water slides, they're barred and restaurant.
Adult beverage kids pool.
The
So-
restaurant.
Senor Frogs.
Restaurant, if you will.
And like
Restaurant.
And you grab
terrible
drinks.
nachos you won't
Oh,
remember anyway.
The food's bad. And they give you like
Fair.
balloon hats and shit. I mean, it's
Okay.
terrible. But you get shots and you slide down the slides into the water, into like the Gulf or wherever.
Nice.
The ocean or wherever it is.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
I mean, it's insane. And it's fun as hell. And then you just circle back in and you just keep going.
We'll call it Mrs. Frogs. Ours is wetter. Boom marketed.
Slippery frog.
Boom market. Slippery frogs.
Slippery toadstool. I don't know.
Oh, ew.
There's a lot
I'm
of
calling
that.
it now. Our first competitor to pop up around here will be Slippery Sheep.
But I'm saying that kind of idea here, which I'm surprised is not
A
prevalent.
thing.
'Cause,
Yeah.
like, there's so many great, awesome, like fun water bars. Dude, put a slide up in that shit. I mean,
Right.
there's a liability
I don't know
issue.
why they don't.
I don't know, but like, come on, I've seen some crazy things go down here.
Sure.
People
So-
like run over in boats. You can't put a water
Yeah,
slide
put
into a
some water
lake.
slides and like shot at the top. Let's go.
Oh, and some street lights. This is the only place I've ever lived where when you crash, you can crash over the tops of trees and there's no street lights. Can we talk about that? The fuck is going on there? People just disappear for 3 days at a time. They're
No
like, oh yeah, they had a flat tire.
No
And
lights.
just pulled over, went off a cliff. No street lights, no
You wonder why
guardrails.
they hit so many deer here? There are no lights.
Yep.
Jesus, criminy.
I
What
talked
the
about this with someone
fuck?
else the other day. I was like, yeah, the roads are kind of wonky. He was like, I'm used to it. You just don't know. And I'm like,
Yeah, you just get used to it.
it doesn't.
Yep.
That's not a good excuse, guys.
It's not.
Right.
The roads are
It's the best
perilous.
we got.
If you
Yeah.
have like 4 drinks and you're driving down a dark ass windy road,
Yeah, dude, this place is
And there's
all
no
bars.
guardrails.
there's no
Yep.
guardrails.
We don't advocate drinking and driving.
You guys know the crossroad where he
But
met
the
the
problem is
devil,
everyone does,
learned to
and
play the
everyone
violin.
does. So, well,
So
my
he went
thing
down
was, like,
one
there are
path.
cops There. So I'm like, yo, like you don't want
That
to
path had more streetlights.
You just don't want to do it. So, but
You get fucked.
the roads are they're a little nuts.
Dude, you guys know what is actually like pretty hype? Like as fun as it looks in the pictures is like the Margaritaville here. It really is.
I've
Really?
not- you know, I drove
haven't
through it.
been there yet.
Sand beach. It's got like tables that are
Maybe that's the
surfboards
place
chained
that
in the
has the water
pool.
slide.
Yeah, it's all.
Oh, yeah,
they do
might
have a
have
water
one.
slide. Yeah, I don't know if it goes into the lake, but I know
Okay.
they have one right beside Land Shark Bar. At least in that pool there, and they have like 2 or 3 pools. But they got the little sand beach. It's actually like pretty fun atmosphere.
Huh.
Really, it's always popping.
I mean,
It's
I
got
used to go to
beachy
that
food.
place when I was a kid, and it was not Margaritaville. It was Tantera.
Tantera, yeah.
Correct.
Well, forever.
So that was like what I knew, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I drove through there over the winter, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's Jimmy
Different.
Buffett did.
Yeah.
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 But it's a fun spot. The thing about the issue with that, I always feel, is like it's on its own. Like there's nothing else really around it.
Yeah.
There's nothing around anything
like-
here. I mean, think about
I
it.
think
Like, that's one of the
you
problems.
you have regions. It's like it's
Okay,
almost
Regalia's
there's-
amazing.
honest with you,
But
it's
you're at the
like- it's like
Regalia. Where are you going to leave
it's
and
like
go?
living in New York almost. It's like you have like your own little spots, your boroughs. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, that's
I've
true.
got this 2-mile
Yep.
radius, and I hit this. The the
Right.
7-mile marker or whatever it is, or the 10-mile
Or
marker,
the strip.
or whatever, or the
or-
strip. Like,
Yeah.
you have like your
Yep.
spots because
Sure.
it's especially when you're
Yeah.
drinking, you don't want to drive.
Margaritaville is definitely.
Hey.
drive 5 miles here and there. And
It's
especially when
definitely
it's
out
packed.
in the middle of nowhere.
And so you go there, you're staying,
Yes.
which is
Right.
cool. But like, I think here's definitely a place where you go and you can't hop a lot
No.
unless you're on the strip.
You got to get on a
but you
freeway to
gotta
go
get-
to the next
someone's gotta
bar.
Get you home.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
like, you actually you have to get on a freeway to get home anywhere.
We used to have a cab driver to go everywhere. You had to have.
I mean, that's
that's
it's
how
the
we would hop.
smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone, cab driver.
Well, it's the smartest thing to do. But
I don't know if it was
but I
that
feel like you
smart.
found-
We went to way many places we shouldn't have gone
Yeah, but
because we had a
it's
cab driver.
like you don't drive. Like,
No, we didn't drink
or
and
you,
drive,
or you
man.
drive to one spot. like what we do, like we have
Wow.
we have 2 or 3 spots here. Cool, drive there and you drive back, or you drive there, leave your car, and you have someone else get
Yep.
you. But like the things are so spread out here that you kind of like you find people that like don't even go the other side of the lake.
Oh yeah,
Right.
fuck.
You know what I mean?
I've been across the lake for dinner one time. JJ's Copper Pot, great. Never been back across the lake for anything.
But people
It's
call
like
it all the
100
time, like, oh,
miles.
hey,
Didn't
blah,
they
blah.
close?
And it's closed. Also,
Yeah.
it's very different on the water.
JJ's at the Copper Pot closed the restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry
Why?
to hear that. Well, I assume they weren't doing good then,
Right.
because nobody would cross the bridge.
Right. Exactly.
It's 100 miles down a shitty, weird
Yeah, it's
country
like a
road that
poor-
winds
Like,
to go to an
location.
elegant dinner.
Yeah,
No.
on the water,
Great
it's a little more
place.
accessible. Everything.
Yeah.
is.
God.
Right.
So when you're not on the water, driving around the lake is kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a lot of up and down. Like, oh, this is only here. Oh yeah, but I got to go all up and down this motherfucker.
Excuse me. Do you know where Spago's is? End of the trailer park. You know what I'm saying? It's like, god damn, man. Anyways, we should get off that one. That was that sounded Dolce as fuck. He was just like, it's a genuine relief right there.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. I am still
true.
nipping on that thing, man. I do not like the feeling of not remembering things. Like, I know nothing bad happened. It's just weird not to remember
that was good.
things.
We ordered food, and then you left.
Yeah.
We're like,
Oh, do I owe somebody food money?
No.
What do you-
No.
Well, let me know.
No, you
And
didn't even order food.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're like, you right? And well, your girl was like, yeah, we're going home.
Brandon's
Cool.
Brandon's asleep.
He's asleep outside. We're like, okay. Wow,
All right.
that was quick.
Cool.
Like, yeah, okay, cool. That's all good.
Hence why I just really don't drink anymore. I enjoy the hell out of the taste of it and the liquid cough drop sensation, and I appreciate all these good whiskeys I've been getting to try lately, and none of those things. I appreciate none of those fucking beverages. Whatever a seltzer is needs to kill itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will tell you, you know what? I hated seltzers until last summer when I had nothing to do And I was not here. I was.
Sounds like a good time for a seltzer.
And you know what? And all we did all summer was go to the beach, or go to the golf course, or just like hang out in a driveway.
Sure.
Nothing was open.
Right.
And I was like, it was hot as hell. So like, cool. So we tried every seltzer known to man. A lot of them aren't good, but some of them are like, they're the ones that don't have any crap in them, any sugar or anything. When you're out on the beach and it's hot as hell and you're like surfing or whatever, they're awesome because it's like drinking seltzer water.
Sure, yeah.
So you're not even like, oh, I get a little bit of a buzz, but I'm not bloated. I don't feel heavy and like,
Right, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's fun. You can party all day.
Sure.
So that's
It's like the new
why they
Coors
work
Light.
to me.
It's your all-day beer.
It's an all day.
It's an all-day 5%.
It's all day, easy.
That's cool. I get it.
Whatever. So as long as they don't have too much junk in them, I
Yeah.
dug it. But anytime they're like, oh, we've got 16 flavors and blah, 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 I'm like, nope. All it is going to be like, 48 grams of sugar. Now you're garbage. But the ones that were super light, fun.
Do you guys want to hear a terrible
And
joke?
also you pound like 20
Yes.
of them and you're like, oh, it's noon? Shit. Okay, what are we doing now?
That's true. See, that's what I used to like about Coors Light, right? Like you're going to a baseball game. You're not the one driving. You can crack a Coors Light at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
You're coasting by noon. You never get too tanked. You're watching the game. Double fisting big Coors Lights.
That's right.
Just chill.
Have a couple beers on the way home because you still ain't driving.
Yeah.
Stop by the restaurant, have dinner, have a couple Coors Lights. Like you can just sail
and you're good.
on
And
Coors
you
Light.
have a cup of water and you're done.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
you're
One glass of
golden.
water, 2 aspirin, go
You
to
don't
bed,
feel bad in
fine.
the morning. That's good.
Yeah, those days were actually kind of fun. So I could see it if that's like what seltzer is.
So that's what worked for me for last summer. Like,
Sure.
I tried a couple this year. I'm like,
So the first time I tasted a seltzer was on this show. And literally in my mind, this is what I saw when I got that down and tasted it. I pictured this prepper guy, and he does all his research, and he builds his own underground shelter, and he stocks it all, and it's hermetically sealed jars, and he has enough food to really make it and enough entertainment to really make it. And there's actually an emergency, and he had done all his research, and so he stocked seltzers and nothing but seltzers, just fucking tons of them because they're like water content and stuff, not much junk in them, right? And so then it's like, something actually happens and he goes down there and he's watching the news on all his fancy electronics and he figures out the world really did end, but he's really okay. And to celebrate him and his family being all right, he cracks a seltzer and tastes one for the first time. And then he stomps through the storm shelter, murdering his family and kills himself.
why not buy whiskey and
I don't know
beef?
what you guys tasted, but
Damn.
Should have bought whiskey and beef.
those
Damn
people,
it.
all alive, family
all
safe.
happy.
Oh. That's fucking funny.
And also some notes of cranberry.
Just like.
Dolce Friday.
Dolce Friday.
All right, Tim, what do you enjoy about being single the most so far?
What is it, 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
It's been a little over 2.
Okay.
Free time?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess just not having to like really check in with somebody.
Yeah.
Like that's probably about the best thing about it right now.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
It is nice. So,
Yeah.
what are you going to do with your free time? What are you thinking about? You've been talking about
Besides
projects.
masturbation.
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
I do plenty of that.
Do you do
so,
laundry
yeah,
3
I mean,
times a day currently?
Oh my god.
I mean, it's only twice. Come on. Now.
Do you have to crack your bed sheets a little to cram them in the washer?
No, just the underwear.
You're still alive.
it's so gross.
You wear underwear? That's impressive.
I mean,
That'll end soon. Don't worry.
right.
Hey, will you ice me up? Do you
Yeah,
mind?
of course.
Guy fucking says
I'll
crack
give
your
you the
bed
ball. I won't put my
sheets
dirty
like
hand
that.
in.
Oh, I pictured
you're
it in
gonna
my
offend
head.
me,
It was
bro.
like a
This is just
pastry.
for
It
us
was like a
right
sugar
now.
hardened. It bothered the fuck out of me.
You like go to make the bed and it's like dust storm
Smelling in
everywhere.
your room.
Dust storm everywhere.
Oh, yeah. You're like, get rid of this bed. This bed.
Fuck it.
It's good.
Oh
We're
my
all
God.
Good. We're all good. Move on.
You just keep finding little newly born tube socks everywhere.
Oh, I'm gonna go kill myself.
wow.
I don't want to think about that. Wow, that was nasty.
So life is good. Life is good.
So yeah, life.
Yeah, it's not bad. You know,
Let me ask you a serious
it'll get
question.
better.
Oh, yeah. Always does.
You reminded me the other day, 39 years old, right?
Yes, sir.
Newly single,
Yep.
got that vasectomy.
No.
Oh, well, so the hospital is 11 minutes from here. So if you
we
leave
could probably do it
now,
here. We got some tools, right?
that's true. I mean, we could probably do the snips from here, dude.
I won't trust you with that. That's
Well, give me one more drink. What we got?
no.
I mean, Timsky.
I put a doctor on TV. Yes, everyone say that.
Yeah, you want to get that done, bro.
Maybe you don't.
Now.
Maybe you want to have more.
You gonna have more
How
kids?
many you got?
You got 2, right?
I've got 2.
Right?
Yeah, I get it.
Young though, right?
You're right.
6 and 8. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But I
I mean,
mean,
who knows? I mean,
really
you might have one. You might want more. I don't know. I have one.
I mean, I
I'm
don't
good.
know.
interesting. You think you'd want to have a kid at 42, 3, something like that?
Really?
With the right person.
You know, she's 22. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Or whatever. Yeah. Who knows?
All
I mean,
right.
people have.
All
You know,
right.
It's all about whatever you want.
I don't know, man. I say freeze them and squeeze them. Snip, snip. Like, go
what I
put
do.
some in the bank and
Yeah,
get that
yeah,
shit
okay,
handled.
yeah.
Because remember,
Put it. Yeah.
right
freeze
now
it
you're
up,
like,
and then
"Nah,
I
maybe
can
the
do it
right
all."
person. And then one drunken night, you're like, what
Whoops, now I have
happened?
another.
Yeah.
And now I have 3.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That is a rough one.
Like, I gotta be honest, I don't think any guy wears single well at first, okay? So there's gonna be some mistakes made and some dumbassery and shenanigans to the
Oh,
nth
sure.
degree. You might wanna go ahead and
Yeah.
prepare for that. And I feel like snip's a good ass idea, my man.
That's fair.
And if you disagree with me, don't name me Godfather, because I ain't showing up for that.
Damn.
Ouch.
Wow.
Hey man, if I
That's
wanted
a bold
kids,
choice,
I
though.
don't. That was a bold choice to leave your nuts swinging in the wind like that.
Or take them off the market.
Seriously.
That's tough. It's a tough decision, though, right?
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. I haven't done it.
No,
But I don't want another kid.
that's fair.
But yeah, it's a tough call.
Tough call, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. I guess there's the idea that, like, you couldn't father a child, right?
Right.
Which I still constantly celebrate in my mind, like right now, where I'm dancing up and down and there's confetti. So
Yeah.
it's like, if that's not something you want, there's only one way to be sure.
You get it done. Well, you know,
Yeah.
and you're not even 100%, really.
No, yeah.
There's always
it can
possible.
it can actually grow back.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew, it's the
Ew.
motion, really.
It was. Yeah. He's like. Yeah.
I endured the
Does that help?
process.
Does that help?
I endured
Yes,
the process
How about if I wiggle?
of paying a
It's the wiggle.
second grown ass man to fondle my underside to fucking look at those and tell
Yo,
me,
double check this
You
shit.
s-
Cut
you-
it again.
you still
Cut
good,
it
bro?
again.
Quadruple cut.
Yeah, they can double
That's the
check.
only
You
reason I
gotta,
haven't done it.
they
The process
look to
is
make sure
scary.
everything's okay, and then you got to go
You know
shoot in a
what?
cup, and they
I
test
think
it.
it's
and
like
I mean, I've not
every
done it, but
6 to
people I
8
know have done it,
years
they're
you
like,
have to
dude,
check.
It's here. It's scary in your head.
Yeah.
and I'll
that's-
check
that's
in
what's-
4 years.
It's easier than your tonsils.
I sleep
mean, it's
well
like,
at night.
whatever.
That's all
It's
I'm
like,
saying.
Does it hurt? Your nuts throb? Can you not fuck for like a month?
From what I've been told, it's like you're a little sore, but you're good for like you're good in like.
I thought after
Really?
2 weeks you're supposed to like
Oh, well, so no, I'm not going to
so
that.
many times.
I'm not going to that
You
person.
have to keep a log, and then they check you.
Mm-hmm.
No,
So many times of what? What is?
You got to clear out the pipes.
Yes.
you have to.
Yep.
Ew. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to put it.
You got to give it
Yep.
enough time that there's like only a new batch in there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, flush them boys out.
Yeah.
Science.
Woo!
Science got my nuts clipped. Thank you, science. I don't know, man. It just
Bill
feels
Nye.
better, man.
Shit.
God damn. So, Rollo, you just went on your first vacation since I've known you,
What?
dude.
Where'd you go?
You're,
Not Mexico.
No, it was not. No, I wouldn't go there anyway. Nah, I'm playing. I
I
would
love Mexico.
totally go there in certain spots, not all of them.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
every
so,
country, though.
That's like any. I was gonna say
Bro, to be clear, you live in Iberia. I mean, there's a few scary spots there, and you know it.
I
So where
like
did
it
you go?
because everyone's got guns. You know.
Did you stay in Iberia?
No. We
Yeah, but dude, there's a few spots in that town that smell like Breaking Bad. Like, some
yeah.
scary ass.
Isn't that the whole
there's
Southwest Missouri?
two.
I don't know, man. I just don't fuck
I mean,
with anybody
there are
down a dirt
pockets everywhere.
road.
You know what?
Pockets.
You know, because you drive through stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll drive through things. I'm like, oh, that's not rotten fish. That's some shit.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Shit's being cooked.
Shit's being cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where did you go?
Yeah. Eureka Springs.
Fuck yeah.
It was all
You know what?
tourist,
That's
though.
where my parents were. They met there. My parents met in Eureka Springs.
Wow, cool.
The hell
Yeah.
were they doing?
What?
They're being young and crazy.
You were there?
This was
What the
down-
hell
this
were
was
they
like back in
doing?
the 70s, brother.
I don't know what it was like
You
back
were
then.
filming.
What
What
are
are you talking about?
No, my parents met there. My dad was working there and living in a fucking house with like 6 guys and a motorcycles and shit.
Hell yeah.
And my mom was a waitress at a fucking hotel there.
Fuck,
That's
okay.
the best story, man.
And they met in Eureka.
That's what all people should be required to
Springs.
meet.
And they just
Right.
party
You
hard
got your
all
bike
week,
gang yet?
all summer.
I don't know.
That's cool, man.
Seems really touristy. Really touristy.
Well, see, I haven't been there since. It's been X amount of years.
X amount.
Like more than
64.
some people are alive. No, I'm not that old.
I
I'm
know.
close.
Close.
It's been at least 20 something years since I've been there.
Damn.
Yeah, but I do hear it's more of a tourist spot.
That's
It used
what
to be
I
just
was
like
seeing.
just super chill.
Everything was about money. Is
It's
what I
so
was seeing.
beautiful.
It was still pretty. Yeah. It was
Where'd
pretty
you
as hell.
Indoors?
stay? in my car.
Like,
It's
when
called
you
like
say
Stone
tourist.
Lodge or something. Yeah, it was fucking. I don't know. There's
But
a
you had fun or no?
bajillion hotels. Did have fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
There's a
cool. What'd you
spot
guys
there
do?
called the Crescent Hotel,
Okay.
and it's all up on a hill, and it's supposedly haunted. That's all I know.
I'd go there.
Like
That's all I
how?
know about Eureka Springs.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that my parents met there. That's it.
Huh.
That's all I got.
You guys
Where-
ever been to like haunted shit? Like in your real
No.
lives? No.
No,
I've been in some haunted shit.
I have not.
I've always wanted to. Never did it.
I've been to some
Yeah,
stuff
me
that's
too.
supposedly really haunted,
I've
like
definitely been
Crybaby
places where I
Hollow.
feel like
Yeah.
shit is here.
Yeah, I've definitely been in that situation.
You wait.
so-
Wait. What?
Like I've been in buildings or I've been in like places where I'm like, there is other shit here.
You
Like
get
like
the
supernatural shit.
heebie-jeebies.
You got a
And
story?
I'm not a,
you
I'm
got a
not
story
weird,
with that, or like
I'm
you
not
walked
like
in
I'm
and
not like a ooh ghost, but I'm like I'm like, there's energy here that's not.
I'd like to hear
alive.
about this.
I want to hear
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
I also want to hear about your story on that.
I'll wax
Well,
my
lots of,
mustache.
when I was a kid,
I've been inside a
we
spaceship.
used to have this mental hospital where I grew up, and we used to go there, and it was closed down for so long, right?
But like a
we used
for
to go-
real mental hospital.
Oh no, like legit, like I'm talking like
Every
a
80s
really
movie.
bad fucking Guy Ritchie movie.
Like
Mental
shock
hospital.
therapy
Like,
type.
scary
That's
ass
what I
shit,
was
like
thinking.
Inception
Love it,
times 1,000, like really
yeah.
creepy, right?
Shutter Island.
Shit. Yeah, that was a good.
And so
one.
like old school shit, and it was shut down. Like we were young, we were like in high school or something. Like we used to like sneak in and climb through the fences and shit,
Hell
and
yeah.
like go in there and hang out,
Yeah.
like whatever, right?
Pretend to electrocute each other,
Well,
you know.
yeah.
But like there would be times like you'd be walking around like by yourself, and shit would get off the chains, fucking crazy. Like you're like, this is not real. Like
Like what?
crazy shit. Stuff would fly across the room. Things
Really?
would move. Like no joke. Like I'm not crazy, and I wasn't even drinking at this point. So
Yikes.
So, but like weird shit or like just weird vibes, you know, or like noises, and you're like, and it wasn't like someone else messing with you, you know. It's like, okay, this is like legit a scary ass building, and we would go to, and then as I was older, and I was on the East Coast is crazy because like the stuff's so old. So you go to some places, some weird towns, and like
Thousands of people have
Massachusetts,
died there.
New Hampshire, whatever. Like all of it on the East Coast were like, yeah, like literally like since the 1600s, people had been dead, right?
Right.
And you go to these weird little towns that maybe have 100 people, and they still exist, and they still kind of promote the whole, even like Salem, Massachusetts, the whole like witch trial.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean,
That
tourist
place is
stuff,
kind of
right?
spooky on its own, but then you go to like these other towns outside of that, like
Sure.
these little pocket towns, and it's just like, oh, I'm gonna go to this farmhouse, and you're like hanging out, you're like, yo, there's some supernatural shit here. Like, I just saw a person walk here, and you're like, oh yeah, I just saw so and so, and they're like, who? They don't exist, but they walk through the room. Like,
Huh.
I've seen that. I've been a part of that kind of stuff, and like I'm like the biggest cynic, and like I don't believe
That's
in
how I
like
am, yeah.
a lot of
kind
shit.
of a skeptic.
But I've
Sure.
also like seriously like been in rooms and talked to someone, and then went to the next room and said, "Hey man, what's up?" And like, yeah, I was just talking to George, and they're like, "Who? There's no George here."
Ooh,
Fuck, bro. What the fuck?
that would fuck
Like,
me up
I've
if
had
that
those
happened to me.
experiences.
Yeah.
That
So
would
like
fuck my
that
head
changed
up.
sort of my mental aspect of like, not like everything's a ghost, but like,
Sure.
yo, there's a lot of energy in the world,
Things
and
that
like I'm never gonna understand anything.
can't
and
really
that's
be
okay,
explained.
And you
yeah.
can't explain it, and that's
Sure.
okay. And you're not nuts, and like sometimes shit happens. And like,
Yeah.
I want to see this.
so
Well,
like,
I've never seen
I've
anything
been
like
in
that.
stuff like that. I've been
I
in
wanna
a
see some
few
shit.
times like that where I'm like, what? But like literally full on conversations.
That's
want
intense,
that.
man.
We're supposedly and they don't exist.
Jeez.
Now maybe it's my head. I don't know. But it you know,
I hope we're all really here,
A lot
not
of-
just him.
Right.
Oh,
I see dead people, motherfucker.
yeah, he's
He sets his glass down. I evaporate. I'm like, no.
Now, do you remember the first time you saw that movie, Sixth Sense?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Right? Now, did it blow your mind?
of course.
I was a kid, so
Well, it
M.
blew
Night
your mind,
sure,
right?
yeah.
I mean, you didn't know.
Well, I mean, like I also watched The Land Before Time, and I was like, this is like some next level shit. And I was like,
Yo, it's still next level shit.
Like,
Watch that shit again.
you know what I'm saying? I still like
Yo, those
it.
little
like,
dinosaurs are banging.
I hope not.
They're, well,
But,
you know, banging like in good, not like banging. Come on, man.
Like it.
It's not
Yeah,
tipsy.
dude.
That's good.
So when I told you I was inside a real life spaceship, that is real shit. But it's this simple. There was a concrete UFO around here. And the story goes that this crazy person living out their life was hearing voices and thought that it was being beamed to him. And they were telling him to create this UFO and shove dynamite under it. That's why it's got to be concrete. So it's tough. And blow it up above the tree line at a certain time, and they'd scoop him up. So this dude gets it built and then goes back to the mental institution. So here this thing sits in the middle of the woods. And
Now, is the dynamite still there?
Yeah.
That's the question.
That's what I want to know.
But here's the thing, I'm being serious. Like, it was all like weathered and worn and people have hit it and shipped it and stolen pieces and it's all graffitied. But to climb inside this concrete UFO and sit in the little concrete seat, it's like being inside the mind of a serial killer.
That's great. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's thinking he's being launched off to a new
Sure.
world.
Like I'm sitting in this, like imagining that this human went through all this labor to build this concrete spaceship out in the woods because he's hearing voices. And I just to sit in it was like being inside the mind of a serial killer is eerie, and you felt a something there, an energy that wasn't great. And I didn't like it and we left. But yeah, kids drive up there and sit in it. And it was there for a long time. And eventually the city caught on that everybody was up there hotboxing it or something.
Like, burn it down.
Yeah, tore it down.
yeah.
Dynamite.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
But you know what scares me about that? I'm not going to get heavy here, but I was getting ready to interview a guy, a Christian dude, and I asked him about that story in the Bible. Like, if you heard God telling you to stab your kid, would you do it? And the answer was like, oh yeah, of course. And it's like, so then I picture this dude sitting out in the woods with his concrete UFO, gonna fucking blow it up with dynamite because they're gonna beam him up. And I'm like, this is what's wrong with the world: explosives and witchcraft.
Yep.
I keep saying it, man.
Oh
They're
my
shooting
God.
rockets at
And
babies in
lack of
Israel.
common sense.
Explosives and witchcraft. Everybody needs to have a Dolce Friday and chill the fuck out on
Everyone
this
needs a
planet.
breath, man. I was. This is on a higher level. On a
Please,
nicer level.
please,
Not higher level.
please, sir.
But like, I have an 11-year-old, right? So
Okay.
like, she's graduating elementary school. So she's
Sure.
right. So they do a Friday thing every week. Their school does a Friday. Well, now because they're virtual, they've been doing a Friday party sort of thing.
That's
and
cute.
So anybody can jump
Okay.
on there. And
Yeah.
what they do is they do a sort of a meditative thing in the morning. Like first they're like, hey, let's breathe. And they all breathe. Anyone with you can breathe. And then they do a dance thing. Where they fucking put on a song and they dance for 20 minutes. And they do whatever they do and they talk about whatever and they move on.
This
But,
sounds great.
You know,
I'm in.
if we
Yeah.
all did this kind of thing, and
Right.
these are kids, they're from 6 years old to 11, 12 years old. And I'm and they're all adjusted. They're whatever. Everyone has their own problems. But
Yeah.
Sure.
they start the day off just taking a breath
They're just chilling.
and feeling each other out and feeling what's
Yeah.
going on. And then they talk about what's happening. And then they move their bodies. And they
Right.
be stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty beautiful.
And then they
Just
talk
get
about
some
stuff. And they do something
circulation.
else and they move on. I'm yo, man, this is a recipe for what I should be doing in life.
Yeah.
It's just take a moment. Take a breath.
Right.
Yeah. No, so let me tell you how much I truly believe in that. I'm not just jumping on the bandwagon. When I started keeping a cannabis journal, one of my quotes in there, I realized I wrote down when I went back and read it, because it's sort of free form. It's like stream of consciousness. You don't really pay attention to the notes, but I've been filling these notebooks and I'll go back through them once in a while, see if there's anything in there I need to glean from, right? And one of them said, since I've been using cannabis instead of pharmaceuticals, I dance a little bit every day. And then a couple of weeks ago, I wrote something else that said, a lot of parts of my life have been really awful. I'm going to dance through the rest of it. And I'm not just saying this. This isn't a wooden plaque I'm going to buy.
It's pretty.
True shit. I work out almost every day now specifically so that I have an excuse to put on really comfortable shoes and just rock out to my music, and I just kind of dance every day.
Bro.
And I think about it, as goofy as I fucking feel sometimes, I'm this idiot dancing in his house in headphones. I'm like, wait a minute. I feel great, man.
Yeah.
You feel like
Everybody
you're,
should be
70 years old
dancing
now
every
and
day.
You have no
No,
reason
seriously.
not to
Fucking
I have
great.
absolutely no like skills dancing, but like,
Who cares?
But you know what? Yeah, I do the same thing. I'll turn up music in my house and just be like,
I'm
I'm just
moving
having fun.
through
Yep.
life
but you know what?
spatially.
It brings light to all your
It just
garbage.
brings so much light.
Because there's so much weight and so much garbage that you handle every day, all of us. So it's like,
Right.
don't be afraid to be don't. Everyone's
Spastic.
so embarrassed. Be silly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
Everybody
don't be
needs
afraid to be a
silly.
kid.
Everybody
And
is
silliness
so
is like the
everybody
key.
is so self-conscious and
Yeah,
they're so
fuck
worried
that.
about
Judge,
how
being
they
judged.
look
Oh yeah.
even when nobody else is around.
And honestly, nobody
And they just
really
need
cares,
to drop that
but you're
and
so
be
worried.
themselves.
Just or
Like
just
that's
fucking blah.
I
Yeah.
honestly
Just be
believe,
silly. That like silliness is gorgeous, man.
yeah, silliness is gorgeous. That's a great way to put
Yeah.
it, bro. There's a lot of famous quotes out there about everybody needs a little silliness in their day.
yeah.
It's in some of the famous novelists
I've
have
had
written
people
quotes
tell me
that,
like
but,
I've gone
like,
on dates like,
real-
wow, you're kind of like a kid, and I'm like, that's the best thing you could ever say.
It's the highest of
I was
compliments.
like, I always want to be. I always want to. I mean,
I have
that
not
I'm,
let
like,
this life
irresponsible.
tragically beat my
Like,
soul
I'm a
down.
responsible
Right.
human, but like, I
You're
want to
still
always
an
have some
uplifting
life.
person.
I want
I
to
pay
have
bills.
Yeah.
some joy at the end of the day.
Paid
Right.
bills.
Even when I'm like busted and I'm like, oh man, this sucks. Like,
Sure.
even things were hard. I'm like, no. All right, cool. Let's put on something stupid, and it's like, let's just be dumb.
Let's just go.
Be stupid because like it will change your mindset and it will allow you to get past some dumb crap and move forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I recently became aware of this this idea, I guess, that the Chinese have in their culture. That's this idea of just, they have a word for it, they have a term. You're just going through life on life's energy. Everything feels like a breeze and people like you because of it. Because you're just so easy breezy. You're not stressing about anything. And I was recently introduced to this idea. Somebody told me about a show to watch. And I kind of latched onto that idea. I have completely noticed that my life has been full of joy, not happiness, not good days, like joy, since I just let myself be who I really am.
Sure.
And what gorgeous! I mean, that's
So
gorgeous.
different. I have great
But-
mornings.
But
I
how
wake
many
up before
people-
my
It's very
alarms.
difficult to do it. It's very hard to do.
Oh, it's hard to let go.
Very
It's hard. I
to
mean,
let go.
we all judge ourselves. One.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we're all. I mean, I think we're harder on ourselves than we are on anyone else.
Yep.
Or that
You're
we're
right.
worried about because it's,
Oh, of course.
it's
Oh, yeah.
difficult to wake up for anyone, not just us four people, but like everybody.
Right.
And to allow yourself to be like, you know what, I'm gonna find. I think it's a great idea. What you said is joy, not happiness, not like fulfillment, not like.
This was a good
joy.
day on paper.
But joy.
This was a successful
Find
birthday
some
party.
joy. Yeah, like cool.
Gold star.
Not like I accomplished
Gold
these goals
star.
today. I mean, that's great too. But like, maybe
At the end of it, you should
try to
feel
wake
better than
up-
when it started.
Try to wake up with a happiness. Try to wake up with like, man, all right, let's do today. Like
Yeah.
some
Right.
sort of joyful feeling. I feel like, not to sound like silly, but like I feel like if you bring joy back into you, like think about when you were like 7. Did you wake
Yeah.
up and be like, oh, today's gonna be hard? No.
Right.
You're like, I hope I
Right.
throw water balloons at my
Yeah.
friend today. You know?
Yeah.
Bingo,
Like
that's
I
it.
want to do some crazy shit. Hope mom
You
doesn't
know.
say no. Like, but you were always looking forward to something instead of when you're older and you're going, oh fuck, I hope I can get through it to get to the fun thing. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say this
Just
all the time.
Wake up and be happy and like or joyful.
Joyful.
And then move on. But joy is better than happy, I think.
No, it really is, man. Joy is different than happy because, like I said, happy is this thing you write down on a piece of paper and say, we did it. That was a successful
Well, I think, yeah, like you
Thanksgiving
said,
with
it's not a
family.
task. Like,
And
I
you're
am
wiped
I
out
am
at the end of it.
happy. I am happy about this.
Like your day crushed you.
Yes.
Is going to Disneyland. Now,
Right.
Disneyland's worth it. But maybe
it's-
Thanksgiving and
it's-
cooking
it's-
for
it's
11
hard.
hours to eat a meal cold and then go to bed tired is not actually a relaxing, joy-filled
But
day.
define
Dancing
a
in your
space
kitchen?
where you can fall asleep happy and you can wake up going, ha, what's today?
Yeah.
Right.
What's today? Instead
Yeah.
of, oh, I
It's
got lots
something
to
that
do
you-
today.
something
blah,
that
blah, blah.
you look forward to.
Or just
Yeah.
anything.
It's how you put your feet down in the morning. You're
Yeah,
either like,
anything.
have to get up, or you're like, I want to get this day going.
Yeah.
And that is the
Well, you know, for
difference.
the
That is the
longest
ninth
time-
day for your
You know,
whole
this
I
day.
used to be, I used to
this
be
is a
incredibly out of
new
shape.
day.
Well, you know, I
Right.
used to be incredibly out of shape. So what I would do, and I would literally put weights by my bed, And it wasn't to make me feel bad.
6 pound cock ring?
Literally, like, yeah, well, my cock ring. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
That's always hanging. But, like, but I would walk up and I grab them, and the immediate, because I like made an effort to do something forward.
Right.
Yeah.
I could
That's
put
the
them right
energy
back down.
you're
Doesn't matter.
establishing
But
for your
usually
day.
I'm like, yo, I'm walking around. I'd walk around my whole home with like whatever 50 pounds, and then
Yep.
like I've already moved forward
Right.
so much further than I would have when I'm like, oh, today it's early. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to put on my clothes. Nope. I've already done some
Yeah.
shit today. And for me, that worked. I had to put a task in front of me
Sure.
to make me go, "Phew,
Well,
let's
it
do
was
something."
just. It
And
wasn't
then I
even.
took it away.
It wasn't
and now
even
I wake
just
up
the
going,
task.
"Hey."
It was the routine.
It was a routine.
You know?
I needed a routine.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a routine.
And I
person.
think
it's not just
I
a
think
routine,
everybody
though.
needs to develop that.
A routine for yourself.
That's something that
Waking
people
up and microwaving
overlook.
a burrito is a
It's just-
routine.
Sure.
Right.
It's the smart energy
Well,
that
it's
it
a
shows to
positive
establish.
routine. It's
Yeah.
There it
It's
is.
a goal-oriented
Right.
positive routine.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
I needed
like-
that to get me to the spot where I don't need them anymore. Now I can wake up and just be like, all right,
Yeah.
what's today about?
Yeah.
What's going to happen today?
What's today about? And
It's just whatever
but I
changes
like
your
that.
mindset.
I like the idea of waking up and going, today, no matter if you go to work every day at 8:15, still, you should be able to wake up that morning and go, what is today about?
Right.
Even if you do the 8 hours every day.
Sure.
Like there should be a regeneration for yourself.
Well,
I
you
think-
should look forward to it. Like it shouldn't be I have to go to work today.
But it happens.
It's like
Oh man, it happens.
I get to go to work today.
Yeah.
You know, it's a mindset change, and a lot of people struggle with that.
I mean,
because
all
it's
of us-
Well,
just-
all
no,
of
a
us
lot of
do.
people don't have that opportunity. I got to
Right.
tell you, like,
But all of us
since our
struggle
little
with it,
marketing
period.
firm started doing well, and my partner and I could just move forward being creative every day, that's how I found the energy to do 16-hour days for so long. Is like, I woke up every day and I'm like, fuck yeah, I just get to be a creative professional
Right.
today. I'm going to do the best job I
Yeah,
can
but
on
when
these
you
projects.
love,
I'm
love,
so
love
grateful.
what you're doing,
You just work it because you love it.
but also
You
that's,
just go.
there's a fault in that. All
What
of
do
a
you
sudden
mean?
you go, oh shit, I've been up for 20 hours.
That used to happen to me a lot. I was hospitalized
What
a
happens to
couple
me
of
a lot
times.
too. Like all of a sudden I'll like go on a tangent where I'm like, cool. Like I'm in a zone where I just love what I'm doing.
Sure.
And I don't stop. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's been 3 days. I haven't eaten.
Oh, that's every
Okay,
passionate
that's a
person.
problem.
Yeah.
Hold on. And then you have to like recheck yourself. And like,
Right.
so you always have to gauge where you're going. And that's an excessive, example. But like,
When I launched Facelift the first time in California, I was working so many hours. I'm 215. I was 165 pounds when I went to the
Oh,
hospital.
shut up.
Swear to God. I was wearing a size 32 and like having to put a belt on. Like I looked gross for me, right?
I go the opposite. I just get fat.
Sure, because that stress to do the same to you. Yeah, I've
Stress-
been there too.
stress became
I was
away
like
from me.
245
And I'm
or
like,
something
why am
at
I
one
putting on all
point,
this
right?
weight? I'm like not
Sitting
doing
in
anything
a chair.
different. I'm eating
I've been
sort of the
there.
same food, but you know what I'm doing? I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, man, I just feel kind of garbage. I'm gonna sit here for a while. And then a while is like a day.
A whole day of
And you know what? This is not. I'm talking recent. Like I did this recently.
it's not a life.
It's honest. Like there's a week ago. Like I sat in my house for 2 days. I didn't leave
Sure.
just because I was like, eh.
I do that all the time.
And I'm like, oh, but I wasn't doing
different.
but I
Prep her
wasn't
up.
being- but I
Little
wasn't being
different.
positive. I wasn't like I just kind of felt like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, sorry.
And
Man.
so no, I'm not sorry about it. It's like okay, it's a process. It's like
Sure.
you hit ups and lows. Like I think that's okay. It's like,
You have to.
but I
you only learn from the
recognized
lows.
it.
That's
I'm like, all right,
amazing.
cool. I'm like, well, you know what?
Self-realization.
This is interesting.
That's the important
this
step.
is what
right?
I've chosen to do for 2 days when I could have done other things. But I was like, all right.
But
So
if
what
you're
do
choosing
what do you
to
wanna
do
with
it, that's mindful.
I didn't originally.
Sure.
I just kind
But
of
you
like,
gleaned something
was
from
like,
it.
oh,
You caught
shit.
the ball
Oh,
anyway.
I learned. I was like, okay, cool. Like, so you know what I did this morning, honestly?
Yeah.
Like, which I haven't done in 4 months. I boxed. And
Ooh.
which is like a huge passion of mine. I haven't done it in 3 months and I love it. I have a whole set up my place. And I was like, but I've always been like, whatever. And this morning I got up at like 7, which I'm not a morning person, people. No.
Fuck.
I'm
Oh,
like,
God.
10 a.m. is a good day for me. But like, I'm up
man.
at 7 and I'm like, shit, I want to box. And like, so I boxed for like, 30, 45 minutes and
That's
then I did
dope.
some other stuff and I hung
That's
out
a
with my
good
dog,
workout, too.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's amazing
It was
workout.
insane. But when I stopped, but not even the workout, all that, but I was like, the fact that I just woke up this morning, I was like, this is what I want to do today.
Right.
And what that meant to me was like, oh, cool. I'll do it for the next 6 months every day. Cause
Yeah, sure.
I'm in it. And it made me happy. And I go, oh, it's not about like, it's not even about the exercise or the getting in shape. It's about like just making a choice and doing something different.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I liked about your story is you chose to wake up in the morning and project a certain type of energy that you're establishing as a standard for your day. I'm coming from this place today. Boom.
Yeah, and I'm ready to go. And like my one friend was like, I talked to my really close friend. She goes, oh, you got some rage to get out. I was like, well, honestly, originally why I got into boxing is I wanted to get some rage out.
Yeah.
And that took about a year. And then I was like, now I just really love, it's therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's rhythm. It's like dancing, to be honest with you.
Hell yeah.
It's steps, it's moves, it's thoughts, it's concentration. And for me, it's like really insular, and I'm very weird and I don't go out a lot. So like, it was nice for me to, I'm in my pocket and I'm doing my insular little workout. And for that, getting back onto that just helps my whole day.
Hell yeah.
So I walk out in the day going, cool, I did this for myself this morning. Now all this other shit is gravy.
Yeah, I got to be honest. Like that energy, excuse me, really does exist. Let me try again. That energy really does exist, and you really can latch onto it. And here's how strongly I believe that is. Like when I really got back into the gym, at first it was because I detached both my biceps. I'm not gonna have the use of my arms if I don't get back in a gym routine. Then it became like, thank God that I can like function. I spent 6 months not being able to take my own trash out. It affects you. It doesn't feel good knowing that if there was an emergency, you couldn't react. You can't help a friend. You can't, and I don't want to call it emasculating because I feel like anybody would feel that way. But certainly as a guy, there's a component to that.
Well,
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I had to go through that process twice because I detached them 10 months apart. So this is soul crushing for me.
Yeah.
But what happened was, people started being like, hey, B, you look like you're taking the gym kind of seriously. It's not about the gym anymore. It's about the gratitude that I can go out there and improve my body and function and move and protect it from that happening again.
Sure.
Because part of why it happened, the doctor told me straight up, you've been sitting in a fucking chair for 3 years, right? You've been lazy.
No, not to be rude, but like, yeah.
Of course, that's what happened, right? That is, my
sedentary.
body got so out of shape that when it had a chance to break, it broke.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So I don't want to give it that chance again. So I got to really take care of those
build up what
peripheral
you
muscles and be strong moving forward in my life. But what changes when I can go out there to my little tiny private gym and get out my frustration is that it's really gone. And for the rest of the day, I don't have that latched on to me where I'm upset about something.
It's all gone.
It's really gone.
You don't have that weighing down on you.
Yeah, and let me and see, a lot of people think it sounds hippie, and so let me defend it in a way that's very understandable to people. You got to make art today. You got to be creative today. You wake up on good sleep, right? In both scenarios.
Right.
But in this one, you wake up and your phone's not going to ring much today, and you got all your work done, and you just have the whole day to make art undisturbed and listen to your beautiful music that you miss and love. Or you wake up and your pet died. Now go make art. You can't tangibly show me that energy, but you're not going to make the same art if your pet died this morning as if you woke up and everything was okay, right? So it obviously exists in a tangible sense and comes from somewhere.
Yeah.
And when you latch onto that good energy in a day and learn to channel the bad shit out of your way for the rest of the day, it changes how you proceed in a day.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
I mean, obviously you
Absolutely.
can use all that too. I mean, you can use all the sad and bad or whatever. But
Oh, yeah.
But like,
Listen to
yeah,
metal.
entering the morning or entering the day whenever you wake up or whenever you do what you do, entering your day on your own terms. I guess
That's a powerful way to say it.
That's how I look at it. It's
Not
like,
alarms
instead of
calling
like,
you to go to
I
this
gotta
menial
get up,
job.
I gotta show
I
up
like
here.
that, yeah.
Yep.
Like,
go make
so
someone
I've
else
always-
money.
I'm
Right.
not a morning, like I said, I'm not a morning person. So like, it's always been like, shit, I gotta go do this. And so when I took that over, and I like said, even if I have to go to bed 3 hours earlier or whatever it is, to make sure that I own at least an hour of my life before I have
You
to
give
do
it to
something.
everybody else.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
but it's so much, it's so powerful to go, I'm waking up and today I'm doing this and then I'm ready to do
Right.
the rest of my day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're controlling
And
your
it's not
day.
to be
You're-
hippy dippy or whatever it is, but like
It's not woo-woo,
really,
man.
if you control your moment, then it's easy to let all this other bullshit go.
Right.
It's like, all right, cool. I got to go and deal with these people on my work site that suck, or this person didn't do the job I need to do, whatever. All right, cool. Like, it's still bullshit, but it affects you differently. because you're like, yo, I had my own time to ready. I'm ready. And you're settled and you're ready to do your shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I truly believe that that was easily, and I'm sure it's almost cliche if you think about it to say, the most defining moment in my career as a full-time creative professional was the day that I was no longer beholden to anybody else. I didn't know how I was going to pay the rent. I just knew I was going to pay the rent.
It's
and
jumping
I've never,
off the cliff, man.
that was it. Both feet in, over your head,
Wait and do it.
and earn it. But the art I started creating was so much more powerful because it came from a place of emotion, terror and fear and wonder and excitement. And
I mean, there's a great quote.
You know?
I don't know who it is, but I think it's an actor. But again, he's like, the best work I ever did was out of fucking fear.
Yeah.
Fear of eating, fear of getting the next job, fear of
missing the deadline, fear of not getting
but
paid.
It's not just being creative. Like, honestly, I think every job is creative. Like, I come from a creative background, as do you, but like, I think any job is creative. Like, my family's not creative at all. Like, they're very much like business, very cerebral, and I was always like sort of like this, like, I do what I do. But I think it's all rooted in creativity within yourself.
Yeah, every human is born
if you-
creative. It's just
if you
beat out of them
understand this is
early.
1 foot or 6 feet, 12 feet, whatever, whatever you got. Or the rhombus, this 5-sided.
Just don't ask
rectangle.
Rollo.
It's all
Dex
good.
by Rollo.
You know?
Just don't.
Rhombus by Rollo.
Dex by Rollo. But it's like, it's all creativity. Everything that anyone does is creative within your own skill set in your
Sure.
realm of what you do. You could be I have accountants that are the most creative people in the world. Like, it's creativity within your world. You understand numbers and you think they're awesome. To me, that sounds like insanity.
Right.
Well, hold on
But,
though.
to
I
them,
started-
it's awesome, and they bounce things off the wall.
Well, okay, but you can nerd out on anything, right? Like maybe they learn these accountant tricks and this new software, and that's a really exciting
I'm
industry.
saying,
There's
like,
nothing
you can
boring
be
about it to
creative.
them.
I'm talking about
You
creativity.
be creative, right? Sure.
Like, you can wake up, like, some people are like, well, I go to work 9 to 5 and I just, I'm a toll taker.
Sure.
I take $2 tolls all day. All right. But you know what? There's got to be a way. For me, if I'm that job, I'm finding a way to do something stupid.
yeah.
I'm dancing. I'm going to be the best toll taker on the planet because they're going to be like, what up? This guy's crazy. Like,
I love
but,
driving over the bridge.
But, if that's your thing and that's what you want to do.
JJ's come back.
There's some love in that.
Yeah.
You can't. I would hope that you don't go in just to make a paycheck because, man, it just kills you.
No, if you think with your wallet at your dick,
absolutely.
you're going down.
No matter if
It's
you make
gotta have a soul to
$5
make it.
or $500 million.
And we've all had that
Just
good
run- you
greeter at
just-
Walmart.
You just
that like
drag
actually made your
yourself
day.
in there
Yep.
day after
your heart
day.
dies.
Rarely.
Your heart dies.
Yeah, because you have no passion at the end of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've worked very small, like very, what you would, I guess, consider menial jobs.
Sure.
I've cleaned bathrooms. I've done all kinds of random shit.
Oh hell yeah!
And I still
I've swept
find,
a lot of
I
floors,
still find
man.
ways to be like, yo, is it what I want to do in my life? Nope. But
Right.
today I'm going to do this.
But it's
whatever it is.
good enough right now.
But
Yeah.
it's what it is right now. Okay,
Right.
cool. Let's make the best of what you have and then see where it goes.
So,
Amen.
Making the worst of every
Because
situation.
your
you're always
attitude
bad.
is the defining factor.
It's the only thing you can
It really
control in
is.
most
your
situations.
job, your people,
Yeah.
whatever. That doesn't define you. Like, you know what? Your divorce
Really
doesn't
doesn't.
define you.
No,
Not to keep bringing that up.
no, 100% not.
You know,
Oh, just wait, he will.
this was the thing, and it's obviously.
Fuck me. Every
is a
newly
major
divorced
fucking
guy.
Such a dick.
But,
First
like,
thing
you know
you'll
what?
say. No, it's just we all went
This
through
doesn't
it.
define you. It defines your next step,
It defines a chapter in your life.
and it defines what you're gonna do next. You're gonna build a fucking minor mics times 12, or you're gonna, I don't know, whatever.
Right.
But,
Fuck around drinking
you're gonna
coffee out
focus
of
with
a
your
gold
kids.
gun.
You're like, yo, my kids are cool, and hopefully get along with your ex and be like, let's move on and make a better life.
Right.
So I started to say earlier that we know that society was built by rich men to make them more money because there's no adult slides anywhere. And if we set up society, there'd be shit like what Michael was talking about on the
Fucking
side of the road.
Slide.
Public slide park, right down into the
Everywhere.
water, just everywhere, because
But you
everyone
know what?
loves that.
Every
We
time
would
they have a
all
scenic
love
park,
that.
and
Why
I'm
doesn't
like,
that exist?
"Man,
Doesn't make
pull
anybody any
over
money.
and do some wacky shit.
The other thing is I really liked your beautiful story about getting up in the morning and boxing, and I just wanted to weigh in on that and say I used to get up in the morning already in a boxing match, but then I got divorced. Take that.
But
And you were right earlier when you said that we're the hardest on ourselves when sometimes we should be hard on our friends because they're going through tough shit, so you got to fuck with them. And so
sometimes you
I
gotta
just,
be hard to love them.
Well, no, here's the thing is like
Yeah,
we
you
do
got
all
the
just
whole
have to become ourselves though. And so I wanted to compliment Tim on going to the 90s serial killer eyeglass store and picking those glasses up, man. I thought that was really cool.
He definitely looks like he's ready.
You looked good in
He's
every
pick up
90s
a-
assassin movie as the bad guy.
Yeah.
And I'm glad
Now
you're in
you
front of
need
me,
an
not
accent.
behind me now that I've said that.
You need an accent.
So Tim,
I got you, man.
now that you're newly single, be straight as fuck with us. Are you about to go just like
Rip through shit.
hit the gym, clothes shopping, look at some new cars?
Cars, yeah.
Cars.
Like, what are you gonna do, man? Guy stuff.
All
Guy
right,
stuff.
What's the card?
I think probably exercise first.
Okay.
I mean,
after the masturbation.
Realistically, yes.
Well,
That's
you know,
I mean,
it's hard
after
exercise.
Yeah.
after
Gotta
that,
warm up.
That's
like
exercise.
that's only one arm.
Got to build up
Like
those
seriously,
wrists.
you gotta
switch on and off, man.
you gotta even it out.
You gotta switch.
You
them on.
know,
Next time we see
you
Tim,
gotta
he's
get
like,
back.
they call me Popeye
All of a
now.
sudden, his like right arms, like his forearms massive, and I'm like, dude, bro,
Bro,
I've been crushing it.
Go a
big
little
guy.
easy.
did his socks
Take
look
a
torn to
day-
And his
you?
hamstring
Take a day off.
Gross.
Give lefty a chance.
Put the southpaw in, brother. It's all good.
No, realistically, like I want to get back to that routine because I had that. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Every morning I go walking for a couple hours, and I felt great, and the energy level was there and everything. And then I just kind of gradually fell off
You
that.
lose it, yeah.
You know, because you're like lamenting something that you lost.
You quit taking
So-
care of yourself because
so
you got to
you-
pay those bills.
Yeah, you stop. You
Well,
just
I
stop
think
focusing
you always
on
focus
you.
on money.
Right.
You
That's the thing.
focus.
Everybody focuses on money.
Well,
Which is-
you either focus on money
We
or
have to
you
survive.
like over focus on the relationship that
But then you're
that
stressed
has-
out about like I
has
gotta pay bills.
already like
Died.
it's already run its course.
Yeah.
Right?
Which sucks.
And there's nothing that you can really do to regain it, you know?
Yeah.
But you keep trying and
Well,
trying
it's
and
always
it's just
hard to rectify yourself.
you know,
It's like, okay, what is
so after that there's like a moment of clarity where you're like you should have just been better to yourself the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Money
But you
is
can't-
always
but you
pretty
hurt yourself
poor
with that.
wages for a job. It
Yeah.
really is. Money's just a system of debt. And don't get me wrong, I want piles of it so that the system doesn't affect me as much.
Right.
It's still just a system
Well, you
of
know
debt.
what? I
It's
want
not very
piles of
good
it so I want
wages
left
for a
alone.
job.
I just want to be left alone. Like, give me all the money so you can leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
I mean-
honestly, and then I can just
100%.
hang out.
That's me.
I did
want
not make-
piles of it so I can just make art.
I did not
Leave me alone.
I did
That's
not
all I
make
wanna do.
anything this
Like, dude, I
year,
want-
so
I
go to hell.
Gargantuan pile of gold. So I can be like, cool. Now I'm just gonna go do my own shit.
Today I'm
Yep.
painting.
And
Today I'm
today I
designing.
brought my 4 boys over to like fucking
Today's product
do some
development.
shit. Let's
You know,
just
Yes,
hang out
sir.
and develop stuff.
yeah.
That's the goal, man.
We got to build a Midwest fantasy factory.
But honestly, like this is what this is.
I like
You
that.
built a
I
platform.
like that idea.
You built a
starting here.
platform to. This is what to do. Like once. you
That's
get
the
to a spot
idea.
Where you release yourself and you're like, hey man, like let's like throw out ideas. Let's talk. Let's from all different angles and different upbringings and whatever, and like let's just throw this shit around and see where it lands
That's right.
and bring a sense of positivity about it.
Yes.
Got to be positive.
Which is lovely. It's like the best thing about this, honestly, coming from, I'm an outsider coming in
Sure.
and going, yo, this is cool to be like, it's an incredibly welcome scenario. It's always positive. Everyone that's ever been in this room has been super positive.
Yeah, and that matters.
We have different opinions.
Sure.
Sure.
Like
Sure.
each one of us, I guarantee you, we have 1,000 different ideas of what we believe in. But I also think on the same 1,000% that I leave here and go, every one of those guys are good people.
Yeah.
And like I'd have their back anytime.
Right.
Well, thank you
So
for
that's a
saying it.
nice thing to come into a venue to people that you don't really know from me and be like, hey, we're all just throwing shit to the wind.
Yeah.
And we're talking and we're like, voicing our concerns and our lives and whatever. And it's all looking for a better world.
Yeah, seriously, I think it's important as a human to be able to say there's no assholes on my team, because your team's going to speak for you sometimes. Your friends are going to meet people.
Yeah.
And if you got friends that are like toxic people in your life that you're hanging on to for this reason and that reason, they're eventually going to piss your other friends off and make you look bad and be dickheads. And
But it's
then they're
tough
going
to
to
get
borrow
rid of
money.
it.
And it's very tough to get rid
It's
of
tough.
bad
Everyone has an
relationships.
asshole. Everyone has an asshole, or if
And
they're
5
not an asshole,
mooches.
they're a tough person, or they're mooches, or they're just difficult. Everyone's got them.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get rid of them. And do you get rid of them? I mean, there's always a lineage of that, right? It's like, oh man, like I don't want to not know this person, but I wish they were better, or they're dragging me down. Are they making my life harder, or is it just can I separate it? There's a lot with that.
Here's the way I always say it, okay? Like, people are either takers or givers, and you can tell the givers because at some point in your relationship, even in a brief time, they'll hand you Tupperware. I believe that. But you can always tell who's a taker and who's a giver, period. Okay?
That's instant.
And here's the thing. I don't think that you can judge somebody if they're in a bad way if you don't first offer to help. Because I believe, that's why I fly the American flag on my house. Even though I want to change things, you can't change something you don't love. Because you won't do a good job.
Well, you have to love where you are.
Right.
We can go into that.
So you got to come from a place of kindness to your friend and go, hey, man, I think you're fucking up, but I want to help. What can I do? If they turn that help down and clearly define that this is who they want to be, then you have to evaluate whether that person is good for your life or not. And if they're not,
positive in your life, yeah.
Man, I'm sorry. If you're not a positive in my life, if this is just a constant taking, needing, can I get that? Can I have that? Who needs that?
No.
And those people got to go.
Bless you.
Because
also, it's not good for those people either. Because you're not good for them because they're on their own path.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like your influence for them just angers their pathway.
Here's the thing.
You're not going to change it. You're not going to change their path.
You're not going to change
I think that's a hard thing to understand. No. For me, it was a hard thing to understand that, like, wow, someone's this angry towards X, Y, whatever it is. And I'm like, and have great conversations. You really like dig into politically, religiously, whatever. Like, I'm not specific, but like really digging into things, and then realize at the end of the day, they're just angry, and they believe in this.
That's right. That's right.
Then you have to say, man, there was a moment where we had a relationship as friends or whatever, but I can't know you anymore.
So you don't know how right you are, man.
You gotta let that go.
Somebody that was going to be involved with these shows was the only person out of all the people I've involved in all the different shows that came to me first thing after having heard me say to everybody, if you're doing this thinking with your wallet or your dick, it's not going to work. This is all passion. This is art. We're going to mean this. We're going to care. We're going to try and inspire and uplift people.
Sure.
This isn't show up looking for dollars. And this dude basically fired himself because he pulled me to the side and I knew immediately it wasn't going to work when he started asking me about the money. It's like, there's no money, dude. We're just filming shows.
Right.
Like, there's no money to give you.
We're hanging out and being real and talking about real stuff.
Genuine guys, hanging out, being guys, doing some interesting shows.
Yeah,
and when that person pulled me to the side and was concerned about money, I knew in that moment, and this is what I like about being in my 40s, I knew from honest to God, tried and true real world experience, the second that dude asked me about money first, he had already written himself out of the whole contract.
Too bad.
And that played out to be true without me having to say a word. People fire themselves,
That's
yes, sir.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
I never had to say the words. He got himself gone, Well,
I know from my
What's real shame?
Like this is not a money thing.
No, this is absolutely not.
Like people coming around like talking like like I said earlier, like all four of us are so different.
Right.
Completely different humans.
And it's interesting, and we don't know each other very well at all.
I don't even really like Rollo.
I mean,
he's
I probably
a
like
dick.
Rollo more than I like you.
He's
like,
kind of a dick.
I accept that answer for sure.
It's all good.
Damn.
And I don't
hate
know
myself.
him at all.
You get it.
But I mean, he understands footage. He understands.
Yeah, I mean, he knows this is 16 inches.
6 feet
He
is
was
there.
like,
6 feet is here.
6 feet is
8
here.
inches is here.
6 inches is here.
8 inches. Yes, I'm big. 6 feet. He's small. He's a short guy.
It was about 5, right? It was about 5.
Centimeters, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know what? It's good to come into this table, and I always feel very blessed that when you call me, it's very.
Always want the mic over
It's
here.
enlightened because like I come to this table and I go, wow, these are like, we're all so different, and we come from different backgrounds, different upbringings, different states of life, or where we are now.
Sure.
We always sit here, and there's never a moment of question. There's never a moment of pause. It's always an instant to walk into something. We always just walk in.
Yeah.
And then we just share. And honestly, like, what you've done here, this doesn't really happen. Like, this is a sharing of different ideals,
different backgrounds.
And and just throwing ideas out. And like, we don't have a script.
Nope.
No. There was no topic for the day.
We don't.
And honestly, like, there's shit that people bring up I don't agree with. But
Oh yeah,
that's
of course.
fine.
Sure, absolutely. Look, I've
But
said this a couple
I
of
love
times. It's real easy to see this as a dining room table in a spare bedroom. It really is.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, I have a shrine to conversation in my house. I have a room
No,
that
you've
its
taken the-
only purpose is to have great
Is to
conversations.
have people come in and talk.
And we've had some divine conversations here.
We've had some good calls.
Some really good talks at this table because I have a whole shrine in my home just laid out to do this.
Huh.
And that's pretty great.
No, it's an honor to you and your vision to do it. And I'm not trying to fucking blow your shit up because you know me, I don't care. But I do appreciate it. You know, I appreciate it.
I appreciate you appreciating it.
Yeah, he's great.
No, this is
I'm
fun
not trying
stuff.
to sell memberships. I'm just saying, like I look forward to it.
Hey, I appreciate
I
that,
look
man.
forward to coming here and talking to people. And I'll say, I don't know, like I'm gonna walk in, it could be anybody.
Yeah,
And I love that. I
Yeah.
love that shit. But
Right.
I like the excitement of sitting down and going, I don't know you, whatever. And we just start talking.
Just
And all of a
spitballing.
sudden, a story
Yep.
comes up, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, we might agree with something. We might be like, yo, I don't agree with that. But it's all done in the way of love. And it's love, really. There's
Casual.
a lot of love. And it's like, just like, let's talk about like life.
Right.
And
Casual feeling, but heartfelt.
it's good, man. It's
No,
good.
really.
It's
You know what's
solid.
interesting is I have a buddy that is he's a very self-realized person, like I think everybody in this room is. Like he's one of us in that way, right? He's of
Sure.
above average intelligence. He's a nice looking
I'm out.
gentleman, right? Like no, like he's a thinker, he's a seeker. He cares. And he lost his whole belief system. He used to be really high up in a church, and then in his life realized he didn't consider it true anymore.
That's tough.
So to lose your whole belief system has got to be dramatic, and he spent a lot of time trying to get back on it. And he recently had some tragedy, and he lost his dad, and he was really lost. And I heard him say the same words. It's why I made the divorce joke. Everybody goes through the same steps because we're made out of the same cloth, if you will.
Yeah.
That he just reached this point where he goes, I don't have a passion project. And we started talking, and I heard how depressed he was, and I said, you got to do this. I sent him a parts list. I go, you got to do
Yeah.
vodcasts because you're going to look forward to these amazing conversations
Or
and
just-
these
just-
interesting
just to have
guests.
a goal.
And then it
Just
gives you a
like-
reason to get up in the morning and hang things on the wall. And now
Yeah.
maybe you want it to be your own things. Who knows what it'll lead you to, but you're going to love it and you're going to be uplifted by it.
Yeah.
And he built this studio on the West Coast and airs hopefully in a month.
That's
That's awesome.
But also, you
Yeah.
find your own. I mean, I'm not getting into religion at all, but you find your own purpose. You find your own. I don't want to say your own God, your own religion, but you find your own. When you fall out of,
Your drive in life.
because I know a lot of people close to me that have fallen out of the very extreme religion and
Sure.
and been lost because that's your beliefs
Right.
are so strong.
Your whole life's
And
tied up in
when
it.
it falls apart,
Because it's a structure
But
that
also,
you depend on.
it's the
culture
same
heavy
thing
duty.
with a
Yeah.
marriage.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's the same thing. It's like any
You're right.
main structure that you're like, this was my rock. I built a rock. Is it your like marriage? Is it your church?
Right.
Is it your job? Is it your whatever it is? You built this solid ground and then something happens.
Sure.
It blows up. Oh shit, what do? You go back to you.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's the rock.
it sounds to when I say it, I
Like,
I feel
realistically-
like an idiot, but like I didn't understand this at 20, at 30. Like
I did not either.
I'm 45 now. I understand it now, and now I'm going, oh shit. Just go back to yourself. See what
Yes.
you need and who you are, because at the
Absolutely.
core, every motherfucker, you're
Well,
good.
Yeah.
and it's
No,
go
how
back to you.
how you deal with everybody. It all goes back to you.
Of course.
You know.
Well, because you're either coming from your genuine self, which is fire energy, compared
Or you're-
to
you're
coming
you're
from
this
this
self.
other stance,
You're
this
boxed
guarded
You're
self,
always
this
boxed.
single serving friend self, or this like I have to be this robot at this cash register self.
Well,
That's not real energy
I'll
for
say like-
anybody,
No.
man.
I mean,
No,
we have to
it's
think
not.
about, I would think that 85% of the world is a boxed version of themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I
anytime
agree
you
with
It's
that.
rare
step
that
out of who you
15%
are
is-
for a
I mean,
day.
I would say 15% actually probably high. That is like genuine. I don't think I'm completely genuine. I think I still have. I mean, when I go to work, that's not who I am 100%.
Sure.
I go to work to do that job. But I think the difference for me now is I understand that that's what I do for that. Like, oh, I've got to put on this persona to do what I do there.
Yeah.
But I also, the minute it's gone, I don't need to impress you.
Yep.
And so, like, that's where I feel like I've gained something personally. But, like, everyone has it. You know?
I think it's when you can be
you can
that
be
way
100%.
in every situation,
That's gold.
you're a lot better off.
I'm trying.
Well, look, dude, I don't want to talk to liars. When I walk up to a front counter, does it really do me some service that this, like, forcefully peppy person's like, hello, sir, because I'm not fucking sir. And it's like, how
Right.
can I be of service to
I'm
you
always
today?
going to call you sure now.
Dude, seriously though, if this person was just like, hey bro, how can I help you out? What's going on? And they were just real as shit with me, and I'm like, hey dude, the water in my room, whenever they're like, you know what, chief, we're gonna take care of that, we're good here. A real fucking interaction would actually mean a little something to me,
Yeah.
versus this like buttoned
The
down
plug and
fake
play.
ass
Plug and play.
bullshit because you're in a uniform,
the
man.
airbrush bullshit that everybody
Well, the
puts
plug
on.
and play is tough
Yep.
because, like, you know, those people walked into work and like, I hate my life,
Well,
but I
but
gotta deal with it.
Well, and
but-
I don't like
but
fake either, because
also,
what
a
the
lot
fuck
of
did the
people aren't that
Kardashians do?
outgoing
The fuck
I
off
still
my
love
to put
planet.
They made
themselves
millions
out
of
there
dollars
like
on
that.
Fuck off my
Like-
planet.
Like a
Like,
lot of people
They made our world
use
worse. I'm sorry, they've made our culture worse.
a lot of
course they
people
have.
use scripts in their own lives to be able to interact with people.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I know.
gross,
I
man.
know.
We should have to
You
live like
think
that.
That's, you might
And-
be like being
and they
fictional,
just can't
but I actually know
be-
people that write down stuff.
Yeah, they just
And
can't
go,
be off the
okay,
cuff
today I need to
and
like,
real with
say
people.
this.
Right?
Dude,
And that would
nothing's ever
resonate
scripted,
a lot
Which is
harder.
probably why I fuck up a lot.
No, that's fair.
But at least what I say is what I mean at the moment. Sometimes it's not the right thing.
You know what though? Seriously, I don't want to be friends with liars, and I don't want to interact with liars. Nobody does. You only want genuine people.
Right.
Everybody that all societies latch
But we've all been
onto, our
liars.
heroes,
But
are
we've
all
all been
really
liars.
genuine. They
How-
just dress like Jimi Hendrix and play a guitar.
Dude, that
Yep.
motherfucker.
They just dress like Axl Rose and sing rad rock music. We idolize these people because they are unabashedly themselves.
Yeah.
And that's actually what
But, you know,
I think
that's
that
also
kind
why
of garb
but
symbolizes.
But look at the other side. We crush them when they fall.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we shit
Like
on
Jimmy
everybody.
died, fine. But like, look at Axl. Axl got fat, and we were like, man, this guy sucks. You know what? His voice is still there.
Best frontman in rock and roll history, period, get fucked.
Well,
I know he's fat now.
sorry, he's not the best.
Bruh's like been rocking out for like 45 years. Let the man be fat. Who gives a shit? Hell, I'll wheel him across the stage. You just keep wailing, bro.
I've seen him
Fucking
like
run with
6
the
times
Axl.
over the decades.
Oh
Well,
my
I
God.
wore my shirt last week.
Yeah, I
From
love
like a
that shirt he wore.
20-year-old, I saw him in '83, in '96, and then in 2006. I mean, yeah, I'm a little nerdy.
I think I already
But
told the story of my
he was
Guns N'
fucking
Roses concert on this show, and I don't want to repeat myself, but I do have to tell you just a portion of it. One of my saddest days was my girlfriend at the time goes, I got fucking good floor Guns N' Roses tickets, and we're going tomorrow.
Oh.
And then tomorrow, the tickets were for yesterday.
Oh.
So I drive to Hollywood
So
because
did you just
I'm seeing
cry?
Axl Rose. Dude, I used to wake up
Oh.
every morning and sneak out knowing that I'm going to get spanked later, to go to the beach to learn to surf with a surfboard that my buddy has to hide at his house that I'm not allowed to have.
Fucking
And the
asshole.
first thing his dad pops in the tape deck every day was Guns N' Roses
Fucking
Lies.
Appetite for
Bitch and
Destruction.
sucking, fucking cussing, used to love her. Like all that shit, dude.
I had to kill her.
Right? So I'm going to go see this motherfucker live. I'm going to see him in concert. And so I buy a
Have
scout
you still not
ticket.
seen him?
No, I have.
Okay.
Here's the short ending to the story. A dude tries to fight me in the bathroom. I have no idea why. And I'm like, I tell this man, nah, bro, I'm going to see Axl. And I avoid this fight. And we get in, and our tickets are not floor this time because they're scout. And I sneak past security once. And I sneak past security twice. And I sneak the fuck on the floor. And it's empty. And nobody's throwing elbows. And a dude in khakis hugs me and goes, it's Axl Rose.
Yeah, man.
And like
Pure
fangirls
love,
out. And I
man.
was like,
pure love.
okay, so it was kind of a beautiful moment, and also I'm leaving.
Yeah, but pure love.
Rock is dead. I'm happy I
And
came.
now I gotta go.
This dude in khakis hugged me in a pit. I'm fucking leaving.
It wasn't me, I promise.
Nah, man, it was sad for me, dude. I almost got killed at a Korn concert, and I was like, that was a good pit.
I almost got them this summer.
What's that?
Very close to get corn this summer.
Oh.
That's cool.
Very
Oh
close.
man, that'd be amazing.
It wasn't
That would've
my-
been nice.
They're not expensive.
What? You can just like hire Korn for your birthday party now?
No, for like
Boom, da, boom, happy birthday.
You know, he had the best use of an old school mic. Like no one understands. He used this mic
He
in the
unplugged
30s,
it.
man.
Break the piñata.
Like he had this awesome microphone. Like yes,
Told
Jeremy's
you.
nuts, but he had this, his mic system was insane.
Yes.
It's
No, they're
an
amazing.
incredible
Man. I
mic system.
fucking love Korn. I'm just kidding
Oh, they're
around.
great. But yeah, I've seen Guns N' Roses in 3 decades,
Damn.
and they're.
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
know,
I don't
man.
give a fuck if Axl's big as hell.
Who gives a shit?
Axel.
Yeah, seriously.
I saw the and I also saw the non-slash tour. Very different.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know, the Buckethead
Hey,
tour.
DJ Oshba, though.
Which is great.
That dude's
But Slash
talented.
is the shit, man. I'm sorry. Guns N' Roses is not Guns N' Roses without Axel, Slash, and Duff. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, agreed. It's got to be.
I mean,
It's got to be the whole band.
they're talented, but like, no.
I saw him once with Buckethead playing.
Yeah, I did too.
That was amazing.
He's fucking Bucket is
amazing.
incredible.
I mean, dude had a
But-
KFC bucket on his head, though. Get
Yo,
fucked,
but he's
man.
not Slash.
Bro, like,
Sorry.
yeah, that's the whole
He's
thing.
an
Like, you're just not
incredible
Slash.
guitarist, but he's not Slash.
It's funny. I'll be the first one to defend Axl Rose and be like, just let the guy be whatever he is. Like, he's earned it.
Dude.
And then somebody will always point out, like,
He's from
Slash
Illinois.
still just looks like Slash. Like, they made an action figure of him in the 80s. It's still his action figure.
That's all
You
I
know?
gotta say. I don't know.
Oh,
You're from
I
Illinois,
don't know individual people. So like I know Guns N' Roses, but
You
like
know
I don't know
Axl, he's the lead
Axel.
singer.
I don't know Slash. See, I wouldn't have known that.
Name a Pokemon
What, you
card.
10?
I could name like 300.
Get out.
Fuck.
I grew up with them. I grew up
Gotta
with
catch him.
them.
Oh!
Oh God.
Cardo
You know,
Vodcast
when I was
hiring
a
for.
kid, like, everywhere I
Got a
went
mic
was,
to
like,
fill.
Pokemon like insanity, right? It's crazy.
I mean, whatever you're into, man.
Well,
If
my
it brings you
daughter's into
joy,
Pokemon.
fuck yeah.
I didn't know anything about it, and so like I went to. She was in Indonesia, so I took her to Japan for like 3 weeks.
That's
And we
dope.
like, it was her birthday, and we hung out, like blah blah. It was culture awesome, right?
Yeah.
So like she was way into Pokemon. So we went to all these like things. She's in a Studio Ghibli, so like went to the animation studio in Hong Kong and
Yep.
Tokyo, and like just it was fucking great. But I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. And they don't give
That's
a fuck
fair.
about you. They're like, we're not giving you English translations.
No.
Good luck. And I'm like, shit. My daughter knows everything. She's like, this. She's also learning Japanese at the time. So I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like, fuck.
That's really
But-
cool.
I will say once I got back and then I like reflected on it all, I was like, dude, one, I got a great opportunity to go out there.
Yeah, that's so
Sure.
cool.
Two, but I was like, they got their shit together. Their studios are awesome. Their animation's insane.
Mm.
Their
Yep.
fan base is like
Oh,
nobody's.
it's no comparison.
It's
None.
ridiculous.
Yep.
But the Pokemon thing, it's still like, don't quite get it. The whole like when they're doing the app thing and everyone's like chasing the Go thing and come on, bro.
You know,
You
it's
were doing that, weren't
You
you?
like looking at me
You were
like
doing that
Pokemon came out when I was like
Yeah,
4.
but you were doing the Go thing where you're like chasing shit down the street, right? Come on.
Yeah, that's not how it works, but yeah,
I know,
I,
but-
did play Pokemon Go.
I will
yeah.
defend to the death, still loving
I have no
something at
problem with it.
whatever
I was
age
like,
that you
I
loved
don't
it
get
for, because
Well,
I have a
that's how it
full-size
works.
Voltron 3 different ways.
Yeah,
Yes,
I've liked
you
it for
do.
25
Oh, I have no problem with
years.
any
It's
of
been
it.
my life. Like, you
No,
know.
I get it. I mean, I don't get it. That's the problem. It's like I don't get it.
But yeah,
Oh,
I don't
shit.
do anything with it now, but
But
it was. I
still play with my Voltron.
It's so cool. It's fair.
it was banging though. When I didn't get it.
My
Like I
dick's
said,
name
I
is
didn't get it
Voltron.
until I went to Japan. I was like, oh shit.
Is that because you have to put it together?
Nope.
It's cool.
Because it's got the strength of 5 lions, motherfucker.
How do you beat that?
Well, 6 lions, but
I was-
nobody has that robot.
You know, 10 lions, 6, whatever.
Hey, that could be his nickname. We're like, oh, Michael 10 Lions. It's
The
like,
fucking 10 lions will go.
we just hear something eating under the table. He's like eating and dropping a little trail mix. We just
Because
hear-
they only eat granola as a lion.
Did you guys ever see that Futurama where they had the
Yeah.
vegan lion and the hippies were
Oh
like,
my
see,
God,
he's
yeah.
fine. And the lion's like,
I'm just plants.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, vegan, no. Eat food.
No, yeah.
You know, I didn't eat meat for a year. And that was interesting.
Well,
What I gotta
here's
say
the
about
thing.
that.
I don't
Well,
like it,
was a
man.
choice that I wanted. It's like, let's see if like it will clear out my body, right? Let's like, clear out my system. Let's see, like if I flush myself out with greens, you know. And you know, I lost a little weight, but you know, I was tired. And
Unfortunately, our furnace isn't set up to burn that.
no, I'm.
You know?
I mean, at least for me, I'm set up to burn red meat.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that's
I don't
fair.
eat
I don't
a
eat
lot-
much
I don't
of
eat a
it.
ton of it, but like I
It makes me burn it out loud, so
but I burn it.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of chicken breast.
It's fun
I burn
good
it,
though.
man. I burn it. I burn meat.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I can't go pure veg. I can't do it. I was tired. I was weak.
Sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody
did
needs to
all
know
the
how their body
supplements,
runs.
The right supplements and blah blah. And my body didn't work. And I applaud the people that can, because I understand the mentality behind it. if you're like not all about it, but also,
steak is wonderful.
I mean,
Yes.
it's fucking good.
Yes, it is.
good.
Like, let's just put
And it's so
vegans in a
tasty.
room
I'm not
and
gonna
just
lie
start
to you,
cooking
like, I mean,
steak and
a
not
really
say
great steak
anything.
is
Do that.
just fucking
And then
nuts.
bring out vegetables to all of them, let them taste it, and they're like, oh, this isn't what we were smelling. And then bring out steaks and see how many aren't like, all right, I mean, fuck it.
it's
It
not
didn't
better
have a
than,
face
It's nothing
recently.
better than a
Right.
fucking masked, like just a big ass like porterhouse or a T-bone or like, fuck it. It's like,
Damn,
Or a
wow.
T-Rex.
Hungry.
I just want to eat a big ass steak. I mean, no, I'm not
Oh,
making
I
fun
want
of
that.
anybody. I just want everybody's, body chemistry to feel good to them. And I know
I
that
just
means
realized that
different
I-
choices.
And I give it. I was like, oh, I'm good, but like it just, I found out that I wasn't running fast enough. Like my internally bottle. I was like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not.
Food is
firing.
medicine.
I'm not firing.
Yes, it is.
And
It's true
so
fuel.
then I introduced it. Like I mean, red meat like once a week.
Sure.
Oh, cool. I'm good. I just needed that little bit. It's iron.
Right.
I need the iron.
So the real plan for the studio, this is real shit, from the beginning is out back when I have a chance to have that slab poured. I have a guy making me custom cooktop. It'll be
Nice.
covered because it rains like it's doing now.
Okay.
And I got a guy that came up with his own pattern, and he's going to plasma cut me a couple of like custom wood fire stoves with the Cardo Vodcast logo knocked out of them.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
And we're going to chill out there and like cook awesome meat and vegetables on the grill after some of the shows.
That's awesome.
That's
So-
awesome.
Coffee before, hang on the show,
Yeah.
grill outside.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're going to try and get that going. Food is really medicine, and it's really hard to eat clean in a week. I'm going to call it impossible.
You can't.
You're going to cave. You're going to have those Oreos.
But you know
just-
what? I
and that's
think
part of
you
life.
have
It's
to
good.
Understand that that's okay.
It's totally okay.
The problem is like I've been on like 1,000 different like paths of like let's get healthy or let's get strong or whatever.
Yep.
The only ones I believe in are the ones that say, "Hey, eat
Just
McDonald's once a week,
Eat what you
whatever
want.
the fuck it is." Like,
Yeah.
you know what? Today you're like, I
If
want to eat a
you-
whole fucking pizza.
If you
Do it,
if
and
you've
don't be
got
bad
a
about it.
craving, just
Tomorrow-
run with it.
Then
Yep.
tomorrow, don't kill yourself.
Right.
Tomorrow, just like drink your water, eat your smoothie, go to work, and have fun. Like,
Here,
there are gonna be moments where you're like, I need this shit. The plans that say no, no, no,
Sure.
for me don't work. Because I'm like, my snaps always pop.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
so,
right.
like,
But the biggest
I'm not
thing is it
someone
has
that
to be
does
an
this.
actual lifestyle change. Like you
Well,
have
you
to
have to-
actually understand that Oreos are fucking bad for you. They are poison.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
okay. You're going to have a little. You're going to have a half
Well,
a
sure,
whiskey.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have,
You're
Cool.
gonna.
but
have
you're not going to
your
eat
cheats.
4 bags this week.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Like,
fucking
you know, The
idiot.
difference between like, yo,
Yeah.
God damn, I'm just
I know.
Or like
I'm sick of sloppy people
No,
because
it's idiocy.
or like
though.
it's bad
you know what?
out there.
Yeah, I'm good.
frozen
You know what? And
pizzas
you know what?
or something
I'll
like
do this.
that.
I went to the freezer section in the grocery the other day, and I was like,
Yeah.
yo,
It's gross.
and I eat ice cream or whatever like once ever so while. I'm not a sweet person.
Sure.
I'm a very
But once in a while you
salty
crave it.
person.
I mean, that's
But, you know,
everybody, right?
But you know what? Fuck it. So
Yeah.
what I did,
Birthday cake Oreos.
because what I do is I go,
those
but
are
I
gross.
overindulge.
Yeah.
So what I did is
Half a
I went and
cheesecake.
bought shit. I
Yeah.
was like, cool. I'm gonna buy like chocolate, like ice cream pops, ice cream, like frozen
Sure.
things. I bought like 4 different things,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was like, cool. So like, whenever I have a moment where I'm like, I need to go get, a custard or whatever the fuck it is,
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm good. I'll have this like bite of this, and I'm like, I'm good.
Well, here's
And I
what
really
here's
don't
what it
want
really is.
It's like I need a bite of that to like make me go, I needed that sweet moment, and that's cool, and then I'm done.
Yep.
But here's what it really is. It comes down to something much more profound. Like, let me clarify. I'm not a bigot. I'm not body shaming anybody. I understand people are born different sizes, shapes. Everybody comes from different places and our body structure is different. That's not what I'm commenting
And we
on.
all go back and forth.
It's the fact that you know this stuff is garbage and you're such a weak person. You literally can't stop yourself from just shoving it in your fucking face until you like can't drive a car. Here's the problem I have with people.
All right.
Is
like
if
that.
you're that weak that you just have to have this Snicker bar because I'm so important. I deserve
what? Those are also
7
the
Snicker
people-
bars.
Those are
Okay.
the people that wake up every day and don't like their lives.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, man, and I want to
And
get
they
them
don't
help.
like
But my point is,
themselves.
like, you got to at least have enough self-respect to calm down
But
on the terrible things
self-respect
you're doing to
left
yourself
before they woke up.
and look for that help.
But it's
That's my
not,
whole point. I'm
it's
not saying there's something wrong with you as a
self-respect,
person.
It's self-control.
The point is, if you're that weak, I don't trust you to be an attentive driver on the road, you fuckhead. You're going to be texting because you got to answer this text, and you're going to hit.
Agreed. I agree wholeheartedly.
I don't trust you not to have another glass of wine at the restaurant because you deserve it.
If you're over 18, it's
working.
legal to text on the
Yes,
but
God
still
damn
get
it! Now
in
you're
trouble for
driving around
You
by
can
me,
get a
man.
per city
Society's
ordinances,
dangerous.
Yes.
Statewide, you cannot get a ticket.
I don't know.
Can't get a ticket for what?
Said
I
otherwise.
just brought
Osage Beach said you can get a ticket for what?
Texting and
You
driving.
cannot be.
You
If
should
you're
get a
over
ticket.
18, you
You
should.
should.
You cannot.
You should.
You should.
You should not text and drive.
That's right.
No.
That's what
I mean,
we're saying.
okay,
You should
I do it,
Yeah.
but you shouldn't do it.
You know who used to text a
But no,
lot?
a lawyer told me.
My Aunt Nancy, who's
good.
dead,
I'm sorry. That
died of cancer,
Oh.
deserved it, texted all the time. Fuck her. At least she's off the road. Am I right? Am I right?
Thank God texting took her out.
You're going.
Oh my God! Yeah.
You're
Thank
going
God.
somewhere
R.I.P.
because of
Aunt Nancy.
that.
Oh, man.
He's going to the shiny whiskey town.
Oh my God.
I like dark comedy. I
We're
really
all
do.
going,
Yes.
bro. We're all going to dark. Yo, speaking of dark, I
Well,
watched
speaking
movie-
of it now,
Why you say
I
that and
watched
look at me?
go ahead.
Well, I wasn't even
I'm kidding.
I wasn't even looking at you. Mexican.
I can't even see you with the
No,
shades
it's like
on.
I watched
man,
a movie the other
you
day. I hadn't seen it in a long time. It's not really dark comedy, but to me, it's like Seven.
How dark are we talking?
You
Seven,
ever seen
yeah.
Seven?
Oh, yes.
The David
I
Fincher
have
movie, right?
not seen
What's
it.
in the
Ridiculous.
box?
It's not really comedy, but it's like it's so like grotesquely like truism
Yeah.
that you're like,
Where did you get
Oh,
all those little
fuck.
pine tree air fresheners?
that
This
shit
is
is
comical.
nuts. That movie's nuts. I watched the first 30 minutes and I was like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm not good.
So you only saw like 3.5?
I mean, I've already seen the whole movie, like 1,000 movies. Yeah, I heard you.
The jokes aren't any better on this show this
Well,
week.
nah,
I'm sorry.
you
It's my fault.
But like, I was like, all right, that it holds up though. Now, mind
dark
you,
dark
that
comedies.
Brad Pitt at that point was just god awful.
Why do you say that? What do you mean? Like acting talent?
Yeah, bro. Look
Really?
at this shit. Go back.
I mean, I love that movie. I
back.
I can't hate on
Go
anybody's
back.
ability in that movie. I love that
Dude,
movie.
watch the first 20 minutes and watch him go, and then watch Morgan Freeman next to him and you're like, oh, bro, you're not ready yet.
Okay, hold on
It
though.
was like a baby. You're like, oh, buddy, learn from Morgan. And he did. He got better.
But
He
what
got
a
better.
genuinely fine actor nowadays is good old Keanu Reeves. And for
Yes.
years,
Now, hold on,
I
hold on,
could have
hold on.
done a Keanu impression. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Bruh.
And everybody would have known that I was talking about like Ted Theodore Logan, Keanu Reeves.
You know what?
Like, everybody
You know
just
why
knew that,
everyone
man.
loves Keanu?
And he's great.
Because he's a good dude.
He's awesome.
Yes,
Oh,
He's
he
not
really
the best
is.
actor on the planet. He's not.
He's pretty
He does the
He'll
things.
kill you with a
He's-
pencil for saying that,
He's
son. Have you seen
one
these
of
movies?
the most
I know.
down to earth guys.
He's a good human.
Whoa, hold on. Can we pause? Can we pause for a minute? This
When he
fascinates
does well,
me.
he does well.
In what world do we know if Keanu fucking Reeves in real life is a down-to-earth human? What conversation you had with him are we basing
That's
this
just
on?
what you always
Have you
hear.
not heard
Like,
all
you
the
don't-
stories?
Whoa,
Hold on.
seriously?
You never hear anything bad about him ever. Like,
Ever.
name one thing that he did that was bad.
I'm not saying he does bad things,
Oh, okay.
but I think it's interesting that regular people that don't know
Well, the
these
fact
other
that he
people
did-
are always
he
like,
gave
you know,
away
he is a good
$75
guy.
million from
Your
his
cousin worked
salary.
with him?
He gave away $75 million, not $75, $75 million of his Matrix fees.
I am not saying he is not a fantastic human. I'm just saying we need to base that on something
I
first.
mean, I've not met the dude, but like, I'm like, all right. I don't think
just
he's a
one of
great
those
actor.
people.
I think he does great. He's gotten older.
Oh,
He's
he's
gotten
awesome.
smarter with picking the right choices.
Yes.
Now, I mean, you go back and see the shit he did when he was like, when he was popular.
8 months
Dude,
ago when Bill and Ted 2 came out.
You know what he does well? John
Look.
Wick. He does fucking like
Yeah.
any action movie. He does great.
He killed it as Neo.
He doesn't have to talk a lot.
Did.
Until the third movie when it wasn't new anymore. And then I was like, are they going to give him another
The
nickname?
new one's
or-
gonna come out. I'm like,
That was the no.
We talk about, I love all three
Nice.
Matrix movies.
That was not the Neo. That
Well,
was the
you know what?
no.
I'm
No.
actually excited to see
No.
what they're gonna do with the next one, only because they put so much time into it. But I'm a little worried about it.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. John Wick is gonna be fucking out of
Yes.
control.
Oh, yeah,
Every
absolutely.
one of John Wick's has been the shit.
Exceptional.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I can watch John Wick 1 through 3 and be happy as fuck.
Absolutely.
Because those movies are fucking incredible.
They're entertaining action is what it is.
They're incredible.
Remember when action
You know what
movies
they-
were
you know
just,
what
I
they did?
fired 50 rounds out of this
Yeah.
revolver and
These
kicked
are
in a door for a
smart, but
one-liner?
They're also
Yep.
like, you know what they did? They took the ideas from the Japanese action and they put him in with like the old school American.
Yeah, because now everybody has to be
Anger.
Jackie Chan to be in an action movie. Have you noticed?
but they
like
took this
Jason
old
Statham
school
knows how to
shit.
kill you in real life now. Like they made
Well, it's
Jason
like,
Bourne.
You know, they make freaking Liam Neeson. He's like 70, and he's still making movies where he kills people. But you know what?
I swear, if I was
That
him, I would
bitch
just
is
ride
big,
around
bro.
on subways.
Why not? I saw him at a Broadway show when that was like 20 years ago. He's 6'4", bro. He's
He's
a
6'4"?
big
Neeson?
dude. Liam Neeson's a beast. He's 6'4".
Damn.
Fuck.
He's a beast. He came on stage. I saw him live on stage, right? And he comes on stage and he was doing a show with Laura Linney.
I remember her
Awesome
being in
actress.
Star Wars, man.
But like, sad that that's all we know of her. Because like she's an incredible actress.
Who is
but
that?
she's this blonde chick.
Laura Linney,
Oh,
yeah,
I-
she's great
I
from the Bourne
apologize for
movies,
the
right?
chick thing.
From the Bourne Ultimatum and stuff. Laura
No,
Linney.
that was not Laura Linney.
Oh man, I suck.
Anywho, but Liam, everyone knows Liam is. He's a beast. He's 6'4". So he comes in. This was, 15 years ago. He did a show on Broadway. Arthur Miller play, very famous play. He walks on stage, like bare chested, after a day of work, right? Like, and he comes in and
Dragging
goes,
3 terrorists.
No, he just walks in the
Yeah.
apartment
By the
and
hair.
He walks in, and it's like in the 1600s and shit. And he walks in to like wash himself. His back is so fucking big. You're like, this is a beast, bro. Like, I mean, dude is big.
It's like
And-
the scene from
and
Troy, but he's
not only
Achilles
is he
the
such a
Hun.
big guy, but he's such a fucking good actor. So now I watch him now. I'm like, dude, you're like 70, and you're playing these guys that like just kill people. And I'm like, you're like a classically trained, like banging actor, and you're making bajillions of dollars and be like, I have a set of skills. And
Yeah.
I'll
That's what
rip
I was
out your
thinking of
heart.
it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, all right, cool for you, man.
Dude's a bad man.
Go where the money is,
I'm
dude.
saying, like, the guy is so talented,
No, he's an amazing actor. I mean, he does good movies.
but he's
Yeah,
a beast. He's a beast.
Oh, that's
6'4".
cool. 6'4" is beast. How you doing on time there, Rolls Royce?
I really gotta go.
Is it? Is it 7?
Yeah.
Should we wrap this thing up?
Right about there.
It's a
And I gotta
storm
pee.
out there. So.
Let's kill it.
That's fucking sucks. I left my windows down.
Are you serious this whole time? Why have you been sitting here?
It's
Dude.
not raining.
It's
That's
not
just
gonna-
heat.
This whole show we've been listening to this rain. Your windows have been down?
They're cracked. They're not like down, but
It's a heat wave, bro. It's a heat wave.
Bruh.
it's a heat wave.
It's about to heat.
Heat wave.
Dolce Twin Powers activate.
One up.
Nah, thank you guys.
It's like Voltron or something.
Yeah, fuck yeah. We're doing the
Lion
fist thing
power.
at the end. We're supposed to do an outro like, hey, internet people, remember to like and subscribe. I was like, fuck all that.
That's where you play
Yes.
music.
Because
Man. Where's the
we're
music?
Agreed.
We do have an intro and outro now, so you'll be seeing that soon. So everybody listen to that
I'm down.
now. Thank you guys.
Nice.
Gross.